Tristan. Actually, we got baseball. We'll have softball later for you this afternoon at 5:30 when Dickinson State plays host to Waldorf. But we're starting the day off in the North Star with baseball action. Mayville State and Dickinson State. Game completed just before this one. Bellevue, Nebraska in the 10-run rule victory over Presentation. Picked up the victory 18-7, so they advance into the winner's bracket tomorrow afternoon. Presentation into the morning loser out round. Let's take a break, a 3-minute break, or make that a 2-minute break from our pregame sponsors, and then we'll come back and look at our Justin Glass starting lineups on KDIX and Consolidated Live TV across western North Dakota. We'll do that for you in 2 minutes. Martin, we're going to take a quick look. We're going to go a little early, so Tristan and Mike back at the studio. Let's just hold off on our Justin Glass spot and our Coca-Cola spot. We'll play that between the inning here, between the top and bottom of the first inning, because we're going to be going. So let's just take a quick look at Dickinson State. Again, they'll be the visitors today, the number 5 seed. Mayville State, the number 4 seed, the home team. Derek Calvillo will lead it off. Calamayan will bat number 2. Buckmaster number 3. Dobson Cortese will bat number 4. Wilhelm will be the DH and hit 5. Ostenson will be the right fielder and hit 6. Jacob Clinton in left field hit 7. Richie Cortese will be the first baseman and hit 8. And Nieto will be the center fielder, and Alberto will hit in the number 9 spot. Colby Krenz not batting, but the Dickinson native, Dickinson High, Dickinson State standout on the mound for game 1 for Dickinson, the opening round. Dickinson again at 20-26. Mayville at 20-22 defensively. Jeff Samine will be in center field. Lundmark in left field. Ferraro will be in right field. In the infield, Hughes at third. Villanueva at short. Marquez will be at second. Senden at first. Braxton Greenberg on the mound. And Ellen LaRock behind the plate. As we said, that's your Justin Glass starting lineups. We'll hear from Justin Glass and Coca-Cola. We'll take a 90-second break in between the top half and the bottom half of the first inning and get to that. But our first pitch is, like we said, going to come a little bit early. It will come your way at 11:58 for the scheduled 9-inning game. All tournament games, 9 innings, with the exception if there's a 10-run rule like we had with Bellevue's 18-7 victory. That was done by 11 o'clock, so we had a lot of time in between games. First pitch hit hard, but a hip-high, belt-high hop to Hughes at third base. Bounces the throw over there. Senden digs it out, and Calaville goes out on the 5-3 putout. So 1 pitch, 1 out as we move into the number 2 batter. Calamayan will step to the plate. So Calamayan coming to the plate for Dickinson State. Kiana will step to the plate and bat from the right-hand side. Again, ready on the mound is Greenberg. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. So an 0-1 count. Nice crowd on hand. Mayville's brought a few people. Dickinson State. It's got students and some fans here. Had a nice group of fans also floating in from Bellevue. There's a fly ball down the right side. That will drift out of play. And that will make it an 0-2 count. So 3 pitches thrown by Greenberg. 1 has been a bounce out. 2 have been strikes. And he's ready again. The big right-hander comes hard and high, and that'll miss for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, so 1-2 the count. Got a pretty good northeast wind right now, almost easterly now. We could just about call it straight east because it's coming into the press box pretty good right now, blowing around probably in that 20-mile-per-hour range, maybe a little higher. But it's got that big American flag in right field blowing straight out. And the lighter flags and little flags, the green and white on the Dakota Community Bank scoreboard, are hanging on for dear life. The wind's whipping them pretty good. Here comes the 1-2 delivery, swinging strike 3. Telemayan chased a bad pitch, and he'll go down swinging for out number 2. So quickly 2 up and 2 down.
Number 4, Balas Buckmaster.
So Balas Buckmaster will come to the plate. Balas hits from the right-hand side. Young man, one of the top hitters, RBI-wise, power-wise, and average-wise out of Anchorage, Alaska for Dickinson State. Again ready. Pitch on the way. These two teams met in Watford City, probably not quite a month ago, but quite a while ago. And Dickinson State took 2 of 3 from Mayville in Watford City. So again, they haven't had a lot of meetings like they normally. That pitch outside corner, nice spot. Tough fast for Buckmaster to get to, and the count evens off at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, the winner of this will play tomorrow afternoon at 4 Mountain Time. The loser comes back at 9 a.m. against Presentation. The winner gets number 1 seed in nationally ranked Bellevue. High fly ball drifting into right center, coming over Ferrara. He's under it. He drops it. Buckmaster on his horse. He's all the way to second. He's into third. They're going to send him. He rounds third. Buckmaster will come to the plate. Here's the throw, and he's in safely. That'll be a 4-base error as Buckmaster on the right fielder dropped the ball out there, Ferrara, and it rolled all the way to the warning track to the fence. That's an E9. And Buckmaster got going. That's what hustle does. He just kept hustling. Saw the ball pop out about second, turned the jets on, and slides in. So the Hawks get an unearned run on the 4-base error on the right fielder, Tyler Ferrara. And that keeps the inning alive, and that'll bring Dawson Cortese to the plate. All-conference performer. He has had an outstanding year for the Blue Hawks. As a talented senior playing third base today. That pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. So strange way to get a run, but I guess you take them however you can get them, and the Blue Hawks will take that 4-base there. That got up in that wind a little bit, and some problems created, and Ferrara just looked like he was going to have it, had it on the glove, but it just fell off the glove, and then, of course, it came off the glove and rolled all the way behind him to the fence right underneath the flagpole. And Buckmaster hustling around, scores on the 4-base error. 2-0 the count now to Cortese. That pitch up high for ball 3. So Cortese ready again. Dawson readies himself. 1-0 lead for Dickinson State, top of the first. Outside corner for a strike, 3-1. Count goes to 3-1. More people continuing to filter in here at the ballpark. Dickinson State with the early lead. Here comes the pitch. Swinging strike 2. Boy, a lot of heat on that one. Greenberg with the fastball. Threw it right by Cortese. And the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3-2 the count. Here comes the 3-2 delivery. Swinging strike 3. Nice comeback by the right-hander. Greenberg got down 3-0, got Dickinson State's cleanup hitter, one of their premier hitters, Cortese, after falling down 3-0. 3 straight strikes, the third one a swinging strike. Dickinson 1 run on no hits, 1 Mayville State error, and no one left on base. Half inning in the books. Dickinson State 1, the Mayville State Comets nothing on KDIX and Consolidated Live. We're back to Astoria Field in 90 seconds after this from Justin Glass and Coca-Cola.
Are Are you ready for summer fun and adventure? Spend an exciting time at Badlands Ministries just south of Medora, where you'll grow in faith and have the time of your life. For over 90 years, Badlands Ministries has provided a safe place for people of all ages and denominations to experience Christ's love. Take a leap of faith and enjoy the many activities from ropes courses, fun Bible studies, crazy games, hiking, swimming, campfires, songs, skits, and more. Call or go to badlandsministries.org. See you at camp.
Brevera's more than a bank. We're a group of people in the business of helping communities forge on. At the counter, we offer convenience so the day can forge on. In the thick of the hall, we protect your peace of mind so the season can forge on. And around the table, we make room for everyone so life can forge on. We're more than a bank. We're your path ahead. Brevera. Forge your path.
CTEL Records presents the giggest hits of all time. Who remembers this classic?
Never gonna give you up, never gonna slow you down.
Or this #1 hit?
I hate the way it's working, no giggity.
Call now and upgrade to 1 gig free for 3 months.
I got giggity.
Some exclusions apply. The giggest hits of all time is not an actual record. It's just a fun way to get you to try 1 gig internet for free. Call Consolidated now. Operators are standing by.
In the bottom of the first inning, it'll be Hughes, Lundmark, and LaRock for Mayville State. Dickinson State a 1-0 lead. Krenz with the first pitch, misses inside and low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Colby, the Dickinson High product. Again ready, pitch on the way, in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Dickinson defensively, of course, Cavillo behind the plate. Krenz on the mound. Richie Cortese at first base. Dawson Cortese at second base. That pitch hit hard down the left field line and hustling over on his knees. Comes up with a sliding catch. Nicely done by Clinton in left field. Hit hard by Hughes, but able to get to it was Clinton. F7 on the flyout, and Lundmark will step up to the plate. Buckmaster at short. Kelamayan will be at second. Ostenson at right. Clinton, the aforementioned Jacob Clinton, who just made that play
The left fielder,
at
number 7,
left field.
Carson
And
Lundmark.
Nieto will be in center field for Dickinson State. So again, 1-0 lead here. Pitch on the way. This one outside corner from Krenz. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Colby Krenz readies himself again on the mound. The right-hander with the pitch and the delivery. Held up. Nope, he didn't. He broke it. So the count goes 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Bright sunshine. I suppose we're between 65 and 70. Didn't check my temp. We'll check it here at the ballpark in just a moment. That wind has picked up considerably northeast at around 15 to 25 miles per hour. More of an easterly one. I think we're going to go straight east because, like we said, we can feel it coming in to the press box. And if it's northeast, usually it doesn't a little bit, but it's a little bit stronger. Anytime we get an east, southeast, or south wind, it comes right in here. But when you're around 70 degrees in a bright blue sky and sunshine, you can handle it. When it's about 35 or 40 and you get that wind, it gets a little tough here in the upper level of Astoria Field, Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Way outside. He wasted for a ball. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Carson Lundmark, the left fielder. Scott Berry, of course, the veteran head coach, his final season. He's seen everything. He's done everything. Had a chance to visit with him, congratulate him on a great career, and just working with him over the past many, many years at KGAX, and thanked him for that. Just a great gentleman, and he is, of course, retiring after this tournament or after the end of the season for Mayville. High fly ball right field, and that's going to drop quickly, but right there, Ostenson plays it at the knees. That one just about fooled him, so right field a little bit tricky, but F9 as Lundmark goes out. And to the plate will step the catcher.
The catcher, number 10, Alan LaRock.
LaRock will step in. He'll hit from the right side. 2 down, nobody on. Dickinson State 1, Mayville State nothing. Bottom of the first inning. Mayville the 4 seed, Dickinson State the 5 seed. Here's the pitch. Up high to LaRock, ball 1. Jared McCorrister on deck, the designated hitter for Mayville State, the cleanup man. Here comes the pitch. That's going to hit LaRock on the back, so he'll hustle down to first base. As Krenz lost control of that, and LaRock will get into first base safely.
The designated hitter, Number 19, Jared McCorster.
Again ready. On the mound, here comes the right-hander Krenz with the pitch. Pops the outside corner to the left-handed hitting McCorster, and the count goes to 0-1. So 0-1 the count. Again, McCorster settles in. A really tight stance. He's right up on the line, right up on the plate. Same spot, same result for Krenz. He's throwing a lot of strikes in this first inning. Did go to 3 balls on Lundmark, but again, quickly worked to Hughes and LaRock, but did hit LaRock. 2 outs, 1 on. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. Let's see what Kobe Krenz has got up his sleeve. The Dickinson high, Dickinson same product. Outside corner just missed, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count. So 1-2 count. Jasmine on deck for the Comets. Again, into the stretch. Krenz way outside and high, ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that infield around. The Cortese brothers. Dawson at third, Ritchie at first, Calamayan at second, and Buckmaster at short. All back on the infield. Outfield very deep all the way around. Here comes the pitch. Bounce towards the first baseman and into right field. Cortese tried to get to it. He made the dive, but it just got by him quickly. And Mayville State has the first hit of the ball game, and their first hit of the ball game, and it comes from McCorster. Down to second goes the Rock.
Number 38, Cole Jessamine.
Cole Jessamine, the center fielder, steps up. Comets trying to get that run back. They gave up on that right fielder, Tyler Farrar. 4 base error, dropped the fly ball in right field, got away from him, and Buckmaster came all the way. They hustled all the way around to score swinging strike 1. So the count goes to 0-1. So 0-1 the count. And bright blue sky. A little bit of clouds to the south and west of us, but right above us and to the east and north of us, it is clear blue sky. Curveball just misses outside. Count evens off at 1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty good pitch by Krenz, but just couldn't find the white or the black of home plate. And the 1-1 count coming from Krenz to Jasmine. Jasmine ready at the plate. Here's the pitch. Hit hard into center field, charging, and he's going to have to play it on the hop. They're going to send the runner. Here comes the throw. It'll be coming through, but not in time. So Jasmine with an RBI single drives in the tying run as LaRock will come in to score. So LaRock coming in to score. McCorster down at second. Back-to-back singles tie this game up at 1-1. Marquez, the second baseman, steps up. So Krenz looked like he might get out of the inning, but did not. And now has the game tied up at 1-1 and still in some trouble with runners on first. Jasmine, second, McCorster, a 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the first inning. Here comes the delivery. Curveball in there for a strike, 0-1. So 0-1 the count. And Marquez back into the batter's box. Infield back all the way around for Dickinson. Here comes the pitch. Outside and low. Calavilla goes out and gets it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Calvilla's got the sign to Krenz. Krenz ready. The right-hander comes to the stretch, to the belt. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Bouncer third base. Foul ball. 1-2 the count. Dawson C. Cortese will get it back to Krenz. And Krenz again working ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count. And a 1-2 count. Krenz a long looking for a sign. He's got what he likes. Here comes the 1-2 delivery to Marquez, high and away for ball 2. So 2-2 count. Dickinson, blue jersey, gray pants. Mayville all white with pinstripes and blue numbers and trim, the blue helmets. And again, ready. On the mound, Kobe Krenz, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 strikes, 2 balls. Fly ball, center field, drifting back. Nayato going back towards the warning track. Plenty of room. He'll haul it in. So Marquez goes out to deep center field to end the inning. But Mayville State comes up with a hit batter and then back-to-back singles to tie this one up. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no Dickinson errors and 2 left on base. 1 complete on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard on KDIX and Consolidated Live. We have a 1-1 ball game as we head to the top of the second, and the Blue Hawks at bat in 60 seconds.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we're leaders in the egg industry. Our egg lenders grew up farming and ranching, and they understand egg operations.
With our agribusiness lending experience, we can help you with your financing.
We specialize in egg real estate, operating lines of credit, and cattle and machinery financing.
To serve you, we need to hear you.
So stop by your local Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
The designated hitter, number 35, Wyatt Wilharm.
All right, back with you at the ballpark. Dickinson State 1, Mayville State 1. Outside pitch comes from Greenberg, and the count goes to 1-0. Wilhelm, the DH, leading it off here. Wyatt out of Benson, Arizona. That pitch sails up high, so Wilhelm sees the count go to 2-0. That pitch misses again. 3-0 the count. That pitch, outside ball 4, so 4-pitch walk to Wilhelm. And Wyatt down at first base, first walk of the ball game. Couple of strikeouts.
The right fielder, number 23, Cade Austinson.
Stepping in, Austinson readies himself. Again, the throw over to first base and back in easily. Actually, the throw gets away, but not far enough for Wilhelm to advance. Again, ready at the mound. Braxton Greenberg, the right-hander for Mayville State, at the plate. Austinson, the left-handed hitting outfielder, pounds that one towards the Mayville State dugout, and the count goes to 0-2. So an 0-2 count. 1-1 again, our score. Top of the second inning. Remember, all these North Star Conference Tournament baseball games are 9-inning games. This game will be followed up by Dakota State and Valley City State, and then the finale tonight will be number 6 seed Viterbo against number 3 seed Waldorf. 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow, 4 games Sunday, and then on Monday they will play a total of 2 games. And if necessary, they'd come back on Tuesday and play 1 game if needed. So that's the way this tournament runs. Softball will be done on Monday. Again, Austinson pounds it into the ground. Of course, we'll have coverage of Dickinson State University as long as they stay alive in the tournament field. The women again today will be at 5:30. We'll be up at the beautiful new Stanford Sports Complex that is set up very nicely. And, of course, the brand new championship field, Bravera Field, that is ready to go to host that tournament. That pitch outside for a ball, 1-2. They'll begin a little bit later this afternoon. They're getting underway at about 12:30, so they're not too far away from getting things going up there. But they have just 3 games with presentation dropping out of the tournament, so they just have a 3-game format today, not a 4-game format. Pitch high and away for ball 2. So they will play at 12:30 today. That will be Viterbo and Dakota State. Then at 3 p.m., it'll be Mayville State and Valley City State, and then Dickinson and Waldorf at 5:30. Misses again to Greenberg as he got ahead 0-2. Now falls behind 3-2. Count goes full. So after 2 straight strikes, 3 straight balls, and again, let's see what Wilhelm will do. Wyatt down at first base via the base on ball. Here comes a pitch from Greenberg. High fly ball, right field, drifting towards the picnic party area out there, and it's out of play, so the count will stay at 3-2. So 3-2 the count. Again, that infield, Hughes at third, Villanueva at short, Marquez will be at second base, Senden will be at first base, Greenberg on the mound, the Rock behind the plate, Farrar in right, Jessamine in center, and Lundmark is your left fielder. They set defensively behind the right-hander, Braxton Greenberg, the pitch. Ball four. Back-to-back walk. So nobody out, 2 on for Dickinson State, and Jacob Clinton will step to the plate. Let's see if head coach Mike Dahl has him putting the ball on the bat to bunt and advancing those 2 runners. Again, earlier today, Bellevue, Nebraska defeated Presentation 18-7. They do not play again until tomorrow afternoon, about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, so they've got a long layoff, over 24 hours. Here comes the bunt, pulled back. Clinton pulled it back, and Wilhelm was going pretty good. Nobody covered second. If somebody would have, he might have had some problems getting back, but nobody covered for Mayville State, so he's able to dive back in, head first, and no throw from LaRock. Count 1-0. Greenberg again ready. Here comes a 1-0 delivery. There's the bunt attempt. High and inside. Little chin music. 2-0. Boy, Greenberg has just kind of lost the strike zone in this inning. He walked Wilhelm, walked Ostenson, and now falls behind Clinton 2-0 with a 1-1 scoreboard tie here in the top of the second inning. Dickinson State and Mayville State. The Hawks, the visitors, the number 5 seed. Mayville State, the number 4 seed. The home team, nice bunt. There'll be just one play. That'll be to first base, and they get the runner there. Marquez, the first second baseman, covering at first. That'll be a 3-4 putout at first. Sack bunt, nicely done that time by Clinton.
Number 30, Richie Cortese.
Third, and Wilhelm and Ostenson to second. And Richie Cortese coming to the plate. So Richie steps up. He'll hit from the left-hand side, will Richie. Up now, we're going to have a visit to the mound by one of the coaches for Mayville State. Michael Dahl, the head coach of Dickinson State. Scott Berry, again, head coach of Mayville State. One out, 2 on, 1-1 our score. Inning number 2. Dickinson State, now they're going to break it up. Pretty long conversation out there. Richie Cortese at the plate. The right-hander comes to the stretch. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. It's from the left-hand side against the right-hander Greenberg. 1-1, but Dickinson State trying to change that here in the top of the second. Greenberg with that look back to second. Checking on Clinton, or checking on Ostenson. The runner, that in there for a strike. 0-2 the count. So an 0-2 count. Clinton steps back in. Cortese, steps back in. That pitch outside just missed. Richie steps back in, so Richie Cortese stepping back in. Clinton had that sacrifice bunt to advance the runners. Cortese again readies himself. Here comes the 1-2 delivery from the right-hander, Braxton Greenberg. He is ready on the mound to look back to second. He delivers the 1-2 pitch on the way outside for ball 2, 2-2. So 2-2 count. And as he said, a few more fans again have filtered in to Astoria Field here in Dickinson. Greenberg ready. He's very, very deliberate on the mound. Takes a lot of time coming to the plate. This pitch is hit high in the air, third base side on the infield. It'll drift into foul territory, and the shortstop's going to call everybody off. And Villanueva comes up with a big out as Cortese Ritchie, an opportunity with runners on second and third, follows out to the shortstop in foul territory behind the bag, so that'll be an F6 follow out. And out number 2.
Alberto Nieto.
Nieto coming to the plate now. Alberto, the center fielder, hits from the right-hand side. He's got an opportunity with runners on second and third to advance. Some runs in. Let's see what Alberto comes up with. Let's see if Braxton Greenberg can get out of again. A jam he kind of worked into with a couple of walks, and slowly but surely he's got it to 2 outs, and those runners have not scored, so he's battling hard on the mound. That pitch misses for a ball. 1-0 the count, so 1-0 count. Again, ready. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. Just misses, ball 2. 2-0 the count. 2-0 count. Greenberg, again, very deliberately gets his sign from the rock. Works from the stretch with runners off second. Ostenson, Wilhelm off third. Here comes the 2-0 delivery on the way. Mounts towards the third baseman. Hughes up with it. Across the diamond, and there's your 5-3 putout. So, again, Greenberg works out of the jam as Dickinson State doesn't take advantage of back-to-back walks to start off the top of the second and come up empty-handed. No runs, no hits. There were no Mayville State errors and 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the second on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. Dickinson State 1, Mayville State 1. We are back in 1 minute on KDIX and Consolidated Live.
I wonder how much my car is worth. I just don't drive it anymore.
Dan Porter Motors will buy it.
I'm tired of my old car. I just want something different.
Dan Porter Motors will buy it.
What about boats and campers?
Dan Porter Motors will buy it. Now, for a limited time, Dan Porter Motors will give you the most for your car, boat, pickup, camper, motorcycle, jet ski, tractor. You get the picture. Just stop in, give them the keys, and they'll write you a check. It's that simple. See Dan Porter Motors, 58601.
Big Boy Toys.
Villanueva and Senden for Mayville State, 7, 8, and 9.
Tyler Ferreira.
First pitch in there for a strike. And the count goes to 0-1. So 0-1 the count. Foul tipped into the glove and then out of the glove of Nieto, and the count goes to 0-2. So 0-2 the count. Here comes the pitch. High fly ball on the infield towards second baseman. And drifting over and under it, it's Kalamayan, and he comes up with it. F4 for Ferrara, out number 1.
The shortstop, number 4, Anthony Villanueva.
Pitch up high. That pitch misses for a ball. 2-0 the count from Kobe Kranz. That pitch gets the corner. One our score, 2-1 our count. There's a fly ball down the right field side and out of play over the concession stand area. Great concession stand. They do a great job down here. And had people lined up all morning long and continue to do so. The count, 2 balls and 2 strikes as Krenz with 1 out comes with the delivery. Pounded on the hop to the shortstop. Buckmaster over to first, and there's the put out at first base, 6-3. And that'll bring the number 9 hitter, Adam Senden, to the plate. Senden, the first baseman, hits right side, and he'll step up.
First baseman, number 44, Adam Senden.
So Senden batting from the right side. Senden again ready. Here comes the pitch on the way in there for a strike. 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Way outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. Fly ball, and that'll drift out of play. 1-2 the count, so 1-2 count. Here comes a 1-2 delivery on the way from Krenz. Just inside, misses for a ball. Here comes the pitch. Hit to the third baseman. On the line, in the air, and hauled in by Dawson Cortese for out number 3. So a line out, F5, for a 1-2-3 inning for Kobe Krenz. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base for Mayville State. We've played 2 complete on the CHI St. Alexios Health scoreboard. Dickinson State 1, Mayville State 1, back with the visitors' half of the 3rd inning. That's a Dickinson State half in 1 minute.
Challenges and struggles are part of everyday life for all of us. At Infinity Real Estate Group, we don't back down and we take it all in stride.
Okay, don't move. I've done this before.
My turn.
In these struggles, there are no mistakes, only life lessons. We may not be that good at some things, but we do excel in real estate. We are Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
Favorite thing about my street?
My co-op.
It isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information.
About safety,
efficiency,
Technology.
I am the co-op.
I am the co-op.
and the co-op
is me.
As we come back, Dickinson State 1, Mayville State 1, top of the 3rd, Blue Hawks. Back to the top of the order. Calvillo will come to the plate. Hits from the right-hand side. He grounded out the 3rd, his first time up. Ready on the mound, Greenberg for the Comets. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0 the count. Derek Calvillo at the plate. Derek readies himself. Here comes the pitch. High fly ball into left field, drifting over the left fielder. Lundmark. Wind catches that, pushes it in a bit, and Lundmark will haul it in. Calvillo goes out, F8 for out number 1.
The second baseman, number 3, Keanu Kalamayan.
Keanu Kalamayan comes to the plate. Kalamayan to the plate, hits from the right-hand side. Another Arizona native, a Tucson, Arizona native. Here's the pitch on the way, up high for a ball, 1-0 the count. So 1-0 count. Again ready. Pitch on the way. In there for a strike. Just below the letters, fastball, 1-1 the count. Keanu Kalamayan struck out his first time up. 2 strikeouts in the ball game for Greenberg, that pitch outside corner, strike 2, fastball. Hasn't given up a hit yet. He's walked 2 and has struck out 2. Again ready, the right-hander. Greenberg to the belt in the windup. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Just misses outside for ball 2. So 2-2 count. So 2-2 the count. And ready on the mound. Braxton Greenberg. Here comes the pitch. Inside corner, he fooled him, and he got him looking. Columbine started to back away and thought, uh-oh, it's going to come across. It did. And he got caught looking. Strikeout number 3. Greenberg out of Plymouth, Minnesota, suburb of the Twin Cities. Bellis Buckmaster with his first at-bat, a unique at-bat, hit a high fly ball to medium deep right field, and it was misplayed by Ferrara off his glove, rolled all the way to the fence, and Buckmaster scooted all the way around and scored on a 4-base error. Give Dickinson State their only run of the ball game. Both teams have scored 1 run, so 1-1 our score. Swinging strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, so 1-1 the count. So 1-1 count. Infield back deep on the left side. Villanueva just about on the outfield grass. Hughes back well behind the bag and off the bag at third. Here's the pitch. Took a bit off and way in front of that time was Buckmaster in the count. Goes to 1-2, so 1-2 the count. The Anchorage, Alaska native will step back into the batter's box. This is one of the top power hitters and average hitters for Dickinson State on the season. Trying to get on base with nobody on here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch, race pitch outside. Hoping Buckmaster would chase it, but Bellis Buckmaster kept the bat on the shoulder. Again, here comes the 2-2 delivery. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch on the way, swinging strike 3. Nope, follow tip. So he'll get another shot at it. Catcher unable. The Rock couldn't keep it in the glove, so the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 the count. Right-hander Buckmaster ready at the plate. Right-hander Greenberg ready on the mound. 2-2 delivery. Waste outside again. 3-2. On deck, Dawson Cortese. Dickinson State hoping to keep this inning alive, the top half of the third inning. Here comes the 3-2 delivery. High fly ball in the left field. Lundmark settling under it, and I mean that is high. It finally comes down into the glove. He got it way up there, and that'll be an F7 fly out for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Greenberg on the mound. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base for Dickinson State. We go to the bottom of the third inning on the CHI St. Alexios South scoreboard. It is Dickinson State 1, Mayville State 1. We're back in 1 minute on KTIX.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Clogged or slow-moving drains are no match for Josh and his licensed techs at Unplugged Drain Cleaning of Dickinson. They provide 24-hour service to solve all your sewer problems, using only the best equipment along with the latest drain camera technology to resolve issues while maintaining the integrity of your pipes. They take pride in thoroughly explaining your options, providing free estimates and great service, and making sure your issues are resolved permanently. Contact Unplugged Drain Cleaning at 701-290-9737 or online at unpluggeddrains.com.
Temperature. It'll be top of the order time for Mayville State in the bottom of the third. It'll be Hughes, Lundmark, and LaRock. Hughes flew out to left his first time up. That pitch hits him inside, so Krenz his second hit batter of the ball game. Hasn't walked anyone, hasn't struck out anyone. And now has hit his second batter. That'll bring Lundmark to the plate. He flew out his first time up to right field. Ostenson. So again ready. on the mound. The Dickinson High product, Kobe Krenz. Here comes the pitch, bunt attempt. Krenz will field it. He's got just one play to first base. Fires it there for the put-out, but a good sack bunt. That'll be 1-3 on the put-out, but it does advance. Hughes over to second base. Little small ball there. And the count clears off the board, and that'll bring up LaRock to the plate. He got hit by a pitch and scored a run his first time up. He scored Mayville State's only run of the ball game. LaRock hits from the right-hand side. He readies himself at the plate. Krenz on the mound, comes to the stretch. Colby's going to bluff the throw back to second, but hang on to the baseball. Krenz again ready to go right back to work. Here comes the delivery from Kobe Krenz. Outside for a ball, 1-0. So 1-0 count. Comes the 1-0 delivery on the way. Hit down the right side, foul. Outside of the coaching box down there, so the count evens off at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Krenz again with his side from his catcher, Cavillo. Here comes the pitch. Outside for ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 count. 3-man umpiring crew working the ball game, as they will throughout the tournament, probably till the championship bracket, when they'll probably go to 4. Here comes the pitch. Oh, not a pitch. He's just going to throw it back again to second, and back easily is Hughes at second base. So Hughes gets back in safely. Hear that wind a little bit. It's picked up considerably, 15 to 25 out of the straight east now. That pitch up high, 3-1 the count, so 3-1 count. Said Krenz has not walked a batter, not struck out a batter, has given up 2 hits, has hit 2 batters. 1-1 our score, bottom of the third. CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard, 3-1 delivery on the way. Swinging strike 2 as the Rock chases it and couldn't catch it. So the count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3-2 the count. Three-two count. Again ready. Pitch on the way. High fly ball down the right side, drifting into foul territory, and it'll go into the party picnic area and out of play. So the count stays at 3-2. New ball comes in for Kobe Krenz. Back into the batter's box, LaRock. LaRock ready at the plate. Krenz, a long look back to second. Here's a pitch way outside. Kind of came off balance and lost control of the body, and the pitch just kind of slipped away. So first walk of the ball game. 1 down now and 2 on for Valley City State. Hughes at second, LaRock at first. DH, Jared McCorsta up to the plate. McCorsta singled his last time up. And LaRock takes the lead at first. Hughes at second, pitch in there, first strike, 0-1. So an 0-1 count. Good to be with you again on KDIX. 12:30 a.m. FM 100.7 worldwide at KDIX.net and on Consolidated Live across Southwest and Western North Dakota. Live television for you for all Blue Hawk games of the North Star Tournament. Follow tip to the backstop, and Krenz quickly out in front of McCorsta, 0-2. So McCorsta, the left-handed hitting DH. Jared steps back in. Krenz trying to wiggle out of a mini jam here in this inning. Here comes the pitch. Bounce towards the shortstop. Right to him behind the bag. Steps on the bag. Fires the first. Pitcher's best friend. The double play as Buckmaster fields it cleanly. Out at second, LaRock on the 6th unassisted, and finishing off the double play is Buckmaster's 6-3 to Cortese, and The inning ends as Trent gets out of that mini jam with no runs, no hits, or no Dickinson errors. And there was one man left on base. 3 complete. CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Dickinson State 1 run, no hits, no errors. Mayville State 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error. We're back with the visitors half of the 4th in 60 on KDIX.
Western Cooperative Credit Union is your local loan headquarters. Thinking about a new car or truck, ATV, boat, or RV? We'll make the process quick and easy. Call us today. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way. Western Cooperative Credit Union is dedicated to offering you the best financial services around. We're local, we're personal, and we're great at what we do for you. Join the herd. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
Tessie, Dawson coming to the plate. Dawson struck out his first time up as he bats here for the second time in the ball game. In the top of the 4th, 1-1 is our score. Here comes the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Well, Braxton Greenberg, as we said, has not given up a hit through 3 innings. Has struck out 3 and has walked 2. The only run he gave up was unearned on a muffed fly ball. Cortese hits that one in the right field. That's deep towards the line, and it'll be out of play. Foul ball out of the park, but on the wrong side of the 320 sign if you're a Blue Hawk fan, on the right side if you're a Comet fan. Foul ball again. That wind again out of the east, pushing that one a little bit down the line and out of play. 320 down both lines, 375 straight away center. We look straight east down the left field line, straight to the southeast and center field, and to the straight south down right field, as that's the way we look from the upper level press box here. Out of Astoria Field, that pitch misses outside for a ball. 2-1 the count now to Cortese. Wilharm ready to go to work. Wilharm again hitting from, Cortese hitting from the right side. Wilharm on deck. This pitch into the screen. Count even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2-2 count. Right back into the batter's box comes Dawson. Cortese will be ready. As will Greenberg. Greenberg, the big right-hander, comes to the lineup. Here's a pitch, swinging strike 3. That one up around the shoulders. Cortese liked it, and Dawson goes down for the second time in the ballgame. Strikeout number 4.
Number 35, Wyatt Wilharm.
Wilharm to the plate. Wilharm, again a right-handed hitter, steps into the batter's box. He reached on a walk, got as far as third. In fact, Wilharm and Ostenson, next 2 batters, are lead off in the second. Both got on, both got to second and third. Couldn't come in to score. They could not advance him. 1-0 count as that pitch nearly hit Wilharm. Here's Greenberg's pitch, followed back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ostenson on deck, Cade, the Dickinson right fielder. As the 4, 5, and 6 hitters batting here in the top of the 4th for Dickinson in a 1-1 ball game. Did he hold up? Yes, he did. And the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. I'll make it 2 balls now and 1 strike, so 2-1 the count. So a 2-1 count. Outfield really deep for Mayville State. That pitch outside for ball 3. Almost on the warning track is Lundmark in left, Jessamine in center, and Ferrara in right. Playing really deep. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. Ball 4 to the backstop. 3rd walk of the ball game for Greenberg. So for the second time he's been up, Wilharm has walked both times.
The right fielder, number 23,
Kate Ostenson to the plate.
Ostenson.
So Kate Ostenson will step to the plate. So Kate Ostenson steps to the plate. Here comes the pitch. Fly ball deep down the line, but that will drift foul into the batting cage area. Way out in front of it, but getting a good piece of it was Osmondson, but just pokes it way foul. So the count goes to 0-1. 1-1 again, our score, top of the fourth inning. And earlier today, Bellevue, Nebraska, the number 1 seed, defeated the number 8 seed, Presentation College, 18-7 in a 7-inning game with the 10-run rule. Throw over to first base and back in safely at first is Wilharm. Cade again settles back into the batter's box. Cade out of Newcastle, Wyoming, a Wyoming native. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Pitch on the way. Osmondson gets a piece of it, but follows it to the backstop, so the count goes to 0-2. So 0-2 the count. So 0-2 count. New baseball will be put into play. Going to bring the home plate umpire some new baseballs. And we're ready. Osmondson will step back in, down in the count, 0-2. Wilharm will come off first base. Not a real big lead. And Greenberg will deliver. There's the pitch. Into the screen. Foul ball. 1-2. I'll make it 0-2 it remains. So an 0-2 count. Ball in the hands of Greenberg again on the mound. He is ready. We are ready. Here comes the 0-2 delivery to Osmondson. Strike 3. Got him at the knees with the fastball. And the count clears off the board. Strikeout number 5 for Greenberg.
Number 11, Jake Clinton.
Jacob Clinton. Sacrifice bunt. His first time up, so no official at bat. Clinton will hit again from the right side. Number 7 hitter for the Blue Hawks as we play here in the top of the fourth inning. 1-1 our score. Number 4, number 5 seed. Swinging strike. Usually that is a very competitive game, the 4 and 5 in a tournament bracket. And this one has been very competitive. 1-1 the score. Again ready. Greenberg on the mound. Ahead in the count. 0-1. Clinton at the plate. The right-handed hitting left fielder for Dickinson State. Settles in. Opens that stance just a bit. Here's the pitch. Pounded towards shortstop. Knocking it down. Coming up cleanly. And they get him. Beautiful play by Villanueva. At shortstop, had to go towards the third base line. Backhanded it, kind of sliding, came across his body with a strike to second base. That's a big-time defensive play. So erase Wilharm for out number 3. 6-4 on the putout. That old FC to end the inning goes by Clinton in the scorebook. And we head to the bottom of the fourth for Dickinson State. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the
Are you ready for summer fun and adventure? Spend an exciting time at Badlands Ministries just south of Medora, where you'll grow in faith and have the time of your life. For over 90 years, Badlands Ministries has provided a safe place for people of all ages and denominations to experience Christ's love. Take a leap of faith and enjoy the many activities from ropes courses, fun Bible studies, crazy games, hiking, swimming, campfires, songs, skits, and more. Call or go to badlandsministries.org. See you at camp.
Bravera's more than a bank. We're a group of people in the business of helping communities forge on. At the counter, we offer convenience so the day can forge on. In the thick of the hall, we protect your peace of mind so the season can forge on. And around the table, we make room for everyone so life can forge on. We're more than a bank. We're your path ahead. Bravera. Forge your path.
Back everyone to Astoria Field, North Star Athletic Association. Opening round baseball, Dickinson State and Mayville State tied 1-1. First pitch from Kobe Krenz to Cole Jasmine, who had a single and an RBI his last time up in the first inning, is in there for a strike, 0-1. Krenz again ready, dishes that one a bit low and away for a 1-ball, 1-strike count. And Scott Berry coaching down at third base, the veteran who is retiring after the conclusion of the Mayville State season. That pitch just misses outside. Pretty good fastball, but the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike, so 2-1 the count. Kobe Krenz again ready on the mound. Here's the 2-1 delivery, way outside for ball 3. Krenz has given up 2 hits, 1 run. It was an earned run. Has walked 1 and hit 2 batters. In his 3 complete innings thus far, there's the pitch. Fly ball right field down the line. If it stays fair, it could be a problem that bounces over the fence. It's a ground rule double. Jasmine got it up and pushed it down the right side, and it got to the warning track, hit there, and bounced over the fence. So a ground rule double puts the lead run for Mayville State at second base here in the bottom of the 4th. Marquez will step up to the plate, so Marquez steps up. Marquez, his last time up, flew out to center field, so Jasmine, 2 hits now, an RBI, so he's been a positive mark on that offensive lineup for Mayville State. Swinging strike 1 to Marquez. Kren's 3rd hit he has given up. 1-1 our score as we play in the bottom of the 4th of this 9-inning game. Don't forget college softball at 5:30 tonight. Dickinson State and Waldorf. Number 3 Dickinson State, number 6 Waldorf. That pitch misses outside for a ball. And the count, 1 ball, 1 strike, so 1-1 the count. So 1-1 delivery. Again ready. Pitch on the way from Krenz. Misses low and outside for ball 2, so 2-1, so a 2-1 count. So 2-1 the count. Again, Krenz to the stretch. Here comes the pitch. A little bit high for ball 3, so 3-1 the count. So 3-1 count. 3-1 the count. Krenz settles in on the mound. Here comes the pitch. Ball 4. So Mayville State making some noise in the bottom of the 4th. Runners on 1st and 2nd with nobody out. And Tyler Ferreira, the right fielder. And that's going to bring a visit to the mound from the coaching staff of Dickinson State as Kobe Krenz now finds himself in a hole here in the bottom of the 4th with runners on 1st and 2nd, nobody out in a 1-1 ball game. We'll bring the whole infield in to visit. Dickinson State again. If they win this ball game, will play tomorrow afternoon. Dickinson State would at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. If they lose tomorrow, they will play presentation at 9 a.m. So that's their options. A win, you're at 4 p.m. against number 1 seed Bellevue. A loss, you're in action at 9 a.m. against number 8 seed Presentation. Fighting to keep your season alive. At 9 o'clock in the morning. Ferrara to the plate. Ferrara readies himself. Here comes the pitch. There's the bunt attempt down the third baseline foul. So the count goes to 0-1. Ferrara trying to push that one down a little bit. And he got the ball out in front of him and pushed it foul down the third baseline. Krenz will come back to the mound. Krenz readies himself. Tucks that ball into the glove. The right-hander from Dickinson High fires it back to second and back in easily at second base. Jasmine. So Jasmine slides back in. Jasmine again will take that lead off the second. He led off with a double, then Marquez walked, and now Ferrara down in the count. 0-1 to Krenz. Here's the pitch. Another bunt attempt. Foul ball again. And 0-2 the count. So an 0-2 count. So 0-2 the count. Back into the box comes Ferrara. Mayville, the white pinstripe jerseys with the blue numerals and trim. Dickinson State, dark blue jerseys, gray pants. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. Nice bunt with 2 strikes. It'll be fielded by Richie Cortez. Fires it over to the second baseman, Kalamayan, covering, and that'll be a sac bunt. That works nicely. Both runners advance. The putout will go 3-4 at first base. Jasmine to third. Marquez to second. And Villanueva to the plate. Villanueva grounded out to the shortstop. Buckmaster back in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Hitting him the number 8 spot in the lineup. Here comes the pitch. Misses with the curveball. 0-1, or 1-0, excuse me, the count. A 1-0 count. 66 degrees and east wind at about 20 miles an hour, and bright blue sky and sunshine. Nice day for baseball. Nice crowd on hand at the park, too. Pitch down the right side. That's going to stay fair down the line, going the opposite way. That'll score 2 easily. And heading towards second base is Villanueva, and he'll go in with a stand-up double. So Villanueva comes through with the double and 2 RBIs, scoring Jasmine from third base. He just went with the pitch, the outside part of the plate, the fastball, and caught it. And Jasmine will score, and Marquez will score. And it's a 3-1 lead now for Mayville State as they break through. Still 1 out in this inning, and at second base, Villanueva and Senden to the plate. He lined out to third base his last time up. Down the right side, everything going to the right side. Kind of behind Krenz, but poking it to where nobody can get to it down that right field line. And done it with Jasmine and then Villanueva both. Pushing it right towards the line in fair territory. Mounder again, third base behind the bag. Cortese up with it across the diamond. Nicely done by Dawson. 5-3 on the putout. And Villanueva will have to hold on at second base. So 2 outs. 2 in. A 3-1 lead now for Mayville State in the bottom of the 4th inning. Marquez Hughes to the plate. So Hughes will step up to the plate. Hughes readies himself. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. So 1-0 count. Here at Astoria Field. Game 2 of 4 today in the North Star baseball portion. Swinging strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hughes again has been hit by a pitch and flown out to left. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Outfield deep for Dickinson State. Clinton in left. Nieto in center, and Ostenson in right. Good pitch, just missed with that one. Apparently a little bit low. So the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 the count. Krenz again settles in to the stretch. Off of second base, Villanueva. Here comes the 2-1 delivery from Krenz. Fly ball, deep left field, going back and tracing it down in deep left center is Clinton. Jacob catches up with it for F7 to end the inning, but Mayville State comes up with a couple of runs. They do it on a couple of hits in the ball game. There were no Dickinson errors, and there was 1 man left on base. 4 complete on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Dickinson State trails Mayville State. The number 4 seed Comets 3, the number 5 seed Blue Hawks 1. We're back in 60 seconds.
Consolidated handles not only our phone service, our internet, our Wi-Fi, but they also handle our, as of lately, they took on our IT support and our cybersecurity. So it was exactly what we needed. It's been great. We haven't had any issues, but that is a good peace of mind when I leave and go home and knowing that my business, my customer information, everything is secure and I don't have to worry about that.
Back with you at the ballpark.
For the Hawks, the first baseman, number 30, Richie Cortese.
DSU trailing now 3-1. Trailing for the first time, led 1-0 half inning. Then we're tied 1-1 after 1, and Mayville State now with a couple of runs in the bottom of the 4th inning take the 3-1 lead. Here comes the pitch. Swinging strike 1. Good cut that time by Richie Cortese, but couldn't catch up with from Greenberg, and the count goes to 0-1, so 0-1 the count. So 0-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike as the next pitch misses outside and away. Did he go? Nope, held up, so the count goes to 2-1, so a 2-1 count. So 2-1 the count. 2-1 count. Again ready. Fly ball opposite way, drifting back. The left fielder reaches up on the warning track right into the fence, hauling it in. Is Lundmark. Good wood by Richie Cortese, but couldn't get it to drop as Lundmark makes a nice play in left field there in the top of the 5th for the first out at 7. Nieto coming to the plate. Nieto grounded out the 3rd, his first time, so Alberta trying to get something going here. Alberta will step in. Here comes the delivery in there for a strike to Alberto. And the count 0-1, so 0-1 the count. 0-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swinging strike. 0-2. Took a little bit off, and Nieto out in front of it, Alberto. Nieto. 0-2. Nieto ready at the plate. Greenberg ready on the mound. Outside and high for a ball. 1-2 the count, so 1-2 count. 3-1 our score. Mayville State with 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Lead it now here in the top of the 5th over Dickinson State. The Blue Hawks again the visitors, the lower seed, so they are the visitors. Mayville State the home team. Here comes the pitch. High fly ball. Left field drifting back again right at the warning track. Pretty good wood by Nieto, but hauled in by Lundmark in left field for out number 2.
Number 10, Derek Calvillo.
Calvillo to the plate, so Calvillo will step up to the plate. Calvillo hits again from the right side. He has flown out to center and grounded out to 3rd. Calvillo, the catcher for the Blue Hawks. Hawks still hitless in this ball game. There's a fly ball. I think the hitless streak is over. Is he going to get there? Nope, he cannot. That'll drop in, and it'll get around everybody off the ground, and it gets by the left fielder as it bounced on the ground, and then he tried to slap at it with his glove, did Lundmark, and pushed it away from the center fielder, Jamsamine, who was backing him up, and Calvillo goes in with a double. So that'll be a double for Calvillo. So Calvillo will advance into second. Kalamayan comes to the plate. First hit of the ball game for Dickinson State. Kalamayan hits right-handed. A 3-1 ball game here in the top of the 5th inning. Mayville State with the lead. Comets again. Set defensively behind Braxton Greenberg. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Hughes at 3rd, Villanueva at short. Marquez at 2nd. And Senden over at 1st. Again, Rock behind the plate has the sign to Greenberg with the pitch on the way. Misses outside for a ball. 1 strike, so 1-1 the count. Again, Braxton Greenberg ready on the mound. He'll work quickly. This time comes to the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Just about hit the batter that time, Kalamayan, but he gets out of the way. 2-1 the count, so a 2-1 count. Again ready, pitch on the way, in there for a strike. The count evens off at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Dickinson State down 3-1 to Mayville State. Here comes the pitch. Off the foot. Foul ball. Ouch. Kalamayan. Yep, those sting, and he's going to block it off a little bit. Take a little bit of time to put a new baseball into play. Home plate umpire will work on getting the plate cleaned and give Kalamayan a little bit of time to shake it off. Well, he's going to step back in. Greenberg again, ready on the mound. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. On the way. Low for ball 3. 3-2 the count. And Greenberg has given up 1 run. It was an unearned run. Just 1 hit. Has struck out 5. Has walked 3. So he's been a tough customer for the Blue Hawk Bats today, at least through 4 2/3 innings. Here as we play in the top of the 5th of this 9-inning game. Here comes the 3-2 delivery. Out of play, right side over the Mayville State dugout. So Kalamayan battling hard, still pounding that foot a little bit. As we said, that's painful, and you got to get back into the batter's box and shake it off, and he's trying to do that right now. Here comes the 3-2 delivery. Right up the middle, solid base hit, that'll score a run. Kalamayan turned on it nicely on the fastball and drills it into center field. And the Blue Hawks back to within 1. So with 2 outs, a double by Calaville and a single by Kalamayan gives Dickinson State
The shortstop, number 4.
their first run since the first inning, and they creep back to within 1 at 3-2. Now to bring Bayless Buckmaster to the plate. Buckmaster has reached on that 4-base error that he scored a run on when the right fielder misplayed a fly ball. Got by him to the warning track, and Buckmaster all the way around the base path scored. Then he flew out to left field. That pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. So a 1-0 count. Again ready. Throw over to first and back in safely at first base with Kalamayan. 3-2 now. Dickinson State trails by 1 in the top of the 5th. Pitch on the way. Little bouncer down the third base line. It'll roll foul. Foul ball. Getting mid on it was LaRock. So again, ready to go to work. She steps off the mound now. Now maybe ready to get to work will be Braxton Greenberg. Buckmaster back into the batter's box. Bayless, Buckmaster, the number 3 hitter, the shortstop, one of the top offensive threats for the Blue Hawk this season. There's the throw to first and not even close. Back in easily. Kalamayan. Again, sunshine about 66 degrees. At east wind about 15 to 25, sometimes 15, sometimes 20, 25. Here comes the pitch. Ripped toward the shortstop. Villanueva fields it. Nicely done at the shortstop spot by Villanueva as he comes up with it and retired as Kalamayan on the 6-4 putout. But Dickinson State does come up with a 2-out rally as they come up with 1 run on 2 hits. There are no Mayville State errors, and there was 1 man left on base. We're halfway through this one. We head to the home half of the 5th inning on the CHI St. Alexios Health scoreboard. It is Mayville State, the number 4 seed, 3. The number 5 seed, Dickinson State Blue Hawks, 2. We're back with the home half of the 5th in 1 minute on KDIX and Consolidated.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we're leaders in the egg industry. Our egg lenders grew up farming and ranching, and they understand egg operations.
With our agribusiness lending experience, we can help you with your financing.
We specialize in egg real estate, operating lines of credit, and cattle and machinery financing.
To serve you, we need to hear you.
So stop by your local Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
We have a new pitcher in the mound for Dickinson State. Cade Kazmersky will come in. Well, Kazmersky will come in relief of Krenz. Kazmersky, a right-hander, goes to work, misses with his first 2 pitches to Lundmark. Was flown out and had a sacrifice bunt, so 2-0. So Krenz we can close the book on. Here comes the pitch. Ball 3. 3-0. Krenz gave up a total of 4 hits. 3 runs. All 3 runs were earned. Didn't strike out a batter, walked 1 and hit 2 batters. Ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk. You bring in a reliever, that's not what you want. And that's what happened to Kazmersky as he walks the leadoff batter Lundmark on 4 straight pitches. Second walk by Dickinson pitching.
Number 10, Alan LaRock.
That'll bring up LaRock to the plate. He's been hit by a pitch and walked. Has scored a run in the ball game. 3-2 lead for Mayville State, bottom of the 5th inning. Pitch on the way in there for a strike, fastball. Nicely done that time by Cade. Kazmersky, here's the pitch, outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 the count. So 1-1 count. Pitch on the way, right down the middle. Good fastball by Kazmersky. And the count goes to 1-2, so 1-2 the count. Mayville State 3, Dickinson State 2 on the CHI. St. Alexius Health scoreboard. The winner gets Bellevue. The loser gets Presentation. The winner plays at 4 tomorrow. The loser plays at 9 on the mound. Again ready. Here comes the pitch. Curveball misses away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 on. Bottom of the 5th. Dickinson State trailing Mayville State 3-2 on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. Again ready, 2-2 delivery way upstairs. Ball 3. So the count full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Infield back. Cortese, Dawson at third. There's the pitch. There goes the runner. High fly ball. Right field hustling over down the line, trying to get to it, but into the picnic play area again. Well, that one looked like it was going to stay fair, but it drifts following out of play. Austinson chasing it all the way down, couldn't get to it, so they'll throw the ball back into the Mayville State dugout, and the count will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Alan LaRock, the catcher for Mayville State. LaRock will step back in there. LaRock, a senior out of Great Falls, Montana, steps back into that batter's box. LaRock ready. Swinging strike 3. Kazmersky pulls the string. That's strikeout number 1 for Dickinson pitching. Number 1 for Kazmersky. And out. Number 1 for the Blue Hawks. And into the batter's box comes Jared McCorrister, the number 4 hitter. He pounds that one into center field. Solid base hit. First pitch swinging, and he's got his second hit of the ball game. Now 2 for 3. Down to second goes Lundmark. At first base, McCorsta. And Cole Jasmine, who is 2 for 2 with a run scored and a run driven in. He has been the standout offensively for Mayville State in this ball game. And he steps up with his team up 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th, and 2 on and 1 out. Jasmine readies himself. Pitch on the way. Outside for a ball. 1-0. So 1-0 count. Again ready, Kazmersky, will come to the set. Kazmersky with the pitch. Misses again, ball 2. Cade trying to pick on that outside corner to Jasmine and missed with that pitch. So Cade Kazmersky again ready. Kazmersky on the mound. The right-hander leans in. He's got the sign. Infield double play depth up the middle for the Blue Hawks. Corner is back for the Hawks. Here's the pitch. Curveball for a strike. 2-1. So a 2-1 count. So So 2-1 the count. Again ready. Whoops, just about lost my pen there to the wind, and the pitch from Kazmaritsky on the way for Dickinson State. 2-1. There's a pitch. Ball 3. Bounces it up there. 3-1. Well, the Hawks got one back in the top of the fifth, and I'm sure head coach Mike Dahl doesn't want to give anything back to the Comets here in the bottom of the fifth, but the Comets got different thoughts right now with runners on first and second. One out. A 3-1 count to their Jasmine. He pounds at third baseline. Foul ball. And the count full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3-2 the count. 3-2 the count. Again, ready to go to work. Here comes the pitch. Foul tipped again into the glove. Nope, into the... Put a new baseball in. Nope, just leave the one in there, so they're ready to go. Calvillo fired it down to third base, but comes back to the pitcher now. 3-2. Again, Jasmine, 2 for 2. Single and a double. Hits it to the shortstop. Fielded cleanly by Buckmaster. First for 1. Second for 2. There's another pitcher's friend. The double play. Second one in the ball game for Dickinson State. That one, the 6-4-3 double play. Retires Mayville State and gets Kazmaritsky out of a jam. So that ends the inning for Mayville State. They come up with no runs on 1 hit. There were no Dickinson errors. And there was 1 man left on base. 5 complete on the CHI St. Alexius Hotel scoreboard. Dickinson State trails Mayville State 3-2. We're back in 1 minute on KDIX and Consolidated Live.
Hi, Dan Porter here. When you're having trouble getting your car or truck in for service, think Dan Porter Motors. Fast express service, low price tires with rotations for life, free alignment checks, free car washes with service, low price daily rental cars, shuttle service to and from work. Give us a call at 227-1272 or see us on the web at dpmotors.com. That's 227-1272 for all your service needs. Give us a call.
Boy Toys.
Come to the plate. Cortese today has struck out twice. He pounds this one down the third baseline, fielded cleanly by Hughes across the diamond. Did he get it in the glove? He did. Nice job by Senden over at first base. Bad throw that time by Hughes, but Senden saves him, and it's a 5-3 putout to begin the top of half of the 6th inning.
Number 35, Wyatt Wilhelm.
Wyatt Wilhelm to the plate. He has walked twice in this ball game. Wilhelm will step in. He hits from the right-hand side. That pitch sails away for a ball. 1-0 the count. 3-2 our score. Mayville State leading Dickinson State by a run in the top of the 6th inning. Each team scored a run in the first. Mayville State added 2 in the bottom of the 4th. Dickinson State 1 in the top of the 5th. And now the Blue Hawks batting here in the top of the 6th, trailing 3-2. In there for a strike to Wilhelm, and the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike, so 2-1 the count. So 2-1 the count. That one hit right side. Let's see if it stays in play. Nope, it does not. Drifts out of play, so the count 2 balls, 2 strikes now. 22 on the scoreboard with 1 out. Nobody on. Top of the 6th. North Star Athletic Association Conference Tournament, Day 1. 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow, 4 games Sunday. 2 and maybe 2 on Monday and maybe 1 on Tuesday. Time will tell. That pitch misses for ball 3. So 3-2 the count. Again ready. Here comes the pitch. Fly ball towards the gap in right center. Scrambling over there. Can he get to it? Nope, he can't. It'll bounce over the fence, and it's a ground rule double for Wilhelm. Headed towards the gap, and the center fielder, Jasmine, could not come up with it. And it bounces over the fence off the track and into the pine trees out in right center. So Dickinson State has their 3rd hit of the ball game. 1 out now, a runner in scoring position, the tying run down at second base. Cade Austinson comes to the plate. Cade has walked and struck out in this ball game. The right fielder hits from the left-hand side. Greenberg again with the throw back to second base, and back in safely is Wilhelm. He's been on base. Wyatt has every at-bat, 2 walks and a double. Hawks trying to tie this one up here in the top of the 6th inning, trailing 3-2. Well, we always said you look at the 4 and 5 seeds to be competitive, and this has been exactly that. Here's the pitch. Way inside, nearly hit him. 1-0 the count to Cade Austinson. People flocking to that concession stand over there. They got some really good food over there. Here's the pitch. This one pounded down to the first baseman. Senden bobbles it, picks it up, still in time to get him at first base. Senden kept it off to his side and then reached in, picked it up, and got Austinson on the 3-1 put out at first base. Over to third goes Wilhelm. And Jacob Clinton steps up to the plate. Clinton today has a sacrifice bunt and ended the 4th inning, grounding into a fielder's choice force out of Wilhelm at second base. So Clinton 0 for 1 in the ball game. Tying run 90 feet away. Pitch in there down the left field line. Clinton turns on it but drills it foul, and the count goes to 0-1. So 0-1 the count. Comets infield, Hughes at third, Villanueva at short. Well, Hughes, of course, just off the bag with the runner there a little bit. Villanueva on the outfield grass. Marquez back deep at second, sending off the bag and very deep at first base. Here's the pitch. That's hit towards the gap. I think we're going to be tied up. Nope, we're not. Diving, sliding catch. Boy, I thought that one was going to drop for Clinton. I think he did too, but it didn't. Great play by the left fielder, Lundmark, to come up with the catch and rob Dickinson State of tying this ball game up as Lundmark robs them with a defensive gem. And the Blue Hawks come up empty. They come up with no runs on 1 hit. There were no Mayville State errors, and there was 1 man left on base. We go to the home half of inning number 6 on the CHI St. Alexis Hotel scoreboard. It is Mayville State 3, Dickinson State 2. We're back in 1 minute.
Challenges and struggles are part of everyday life for all of us. At Infinity Real Estate Group, we don't back down and we take it all in stride.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You go, girls!
In these struggles, there are no mistakes, only life lessons. We may not be that good at some things, but we do excel in real estate. We are Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
Favorite thing about my street?
My co-op.
It isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information.
About safety,
Efficiency.
Technology.
I am the co-op.
I am the co-op.
and the co-op
Is me.
As we go to the bottom of inning number 6 of this 9-inning game, Dickinson State trailing Mayville State 3-2. Comets will lead it off. Buckmaster at shortstop, backhand stab, bounces it over. Did they get him? They did. Wow. What a play. We've had a couple of nice plays by Villanueva for Mayville State and Buckmaster, and that was a bang-banger to get Marquez by maybe a shoelace at first base, 6-3. That was close. But the right hand, as the fist came up, and Marquez will go back to the dugout, and Tyler Ferreira will step up. He is 0 for 1. A sacrifice bunt and a fly out to second base. That pitch comes off the helmet as Cade Kazmierski lost that pitch coming off the stretch, and that'll be a hit by pitch. Third batter that has been hit by a pitch in this ball game.
Anthony Villanueva.
Villanueva with a double and an RBI in the fourth inning, a ground out to his counterpart. Buckmaster at short in the second. He's 1 for 2. That pitch in there for a strike. Again, ready to go right back to work. Kazmierski works quickly. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Right field. Drifting over. Austinson in foul territory. Nope, couldn't come up with a nice effort by Cade sliding into foul territory. And the count goes to 0-2. So 0-2 the count. Don't forget, of course, our doubleheader today. It's split up a little bit. We'll feature the DSU women's softball team at 5:30. Number 3 seed Dickinson State Blue Hawk women's softball will play number 6 seed Waldorf, Iowa, at about 5:30. That pitch high and inside, 1-2, the Villanueva. Kazmierski will get the baseball back and get ready to go to work. Cade Kazmierski in relief, working into his second inning. Friends went 4 innings for Dickinson. Line solidly in the left field, turning on that one. Villanueva has his second hit of the ball game. A double, now a single. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Blue Hawks, Krenz got a double play. Get out of a jam in the third inning, and big jam for Dickinson State in the 5th inning, and Kazmierski got out of that with the double play. Hawks thinking we might need another double play. As Senden comes to the plate, he is grounded out and flown out, and he flies right over the top of us. The foul ball out of play, and the count goes to 0-1. Following this game, they'll take a little break and then come back in action. Again, game 3 of the day, we'll have Valley City State, the number 7 seed, against Dakota State, the number 2 seed. Fly ball, right field. Coming hard, Austinson, and he'll get under it on the run and field it cleanly, shoulder high. So Sandin goes down F9. The runners will hold. Ferreira at second. Villanueva at first. Top of the order. Marcus Hughes comes to the plate. Hughes been hit by a pitch, and it's flown out to left field to Clinton twice. Clinton's made a couple of nice plays out there against the leadoff hitter Hughes. As I said, a few more folks continue to filter in here to the ballpark. A pretty nice crowd for a Friday afternoon at about 1:30 Mountain Time. Here's the pitch right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 the count. 2 on, 2 outs. 0-1 count to the leadoff hitter, Marcus Hughes for Mayville State. Pitch on the way. Hughes high in the air. Again, a long run for Austinson, but the first baseman, Richie Cortese, is going to call everybody off out in the outfield grass about 10-15 feet, and he'll haul it in. So F3 on the fly out, and that brings an end to the inning. So the Hawks, no further damage after a ground out, then a hit by pitch and a single with 2 on and 1 out. Again, Cade works out of it. Cade Kazmierski with that fly out. So no runs on 1 hit. There were no Dickinson errors and 2 left out. We go to the 7th of a 9-inning game. Mayville State 3, Dickinson State 2. Back in a minute.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Clogged or slow-moving drains are no match for Josh and his licensed techs at Unplugged Drain Cleaning of Dickinson. They provide 24-hour service to solve all your sewer problems, using only the best equipment along with the latest drain camera technology to resolve issues while maintaining the integrity of your pipes. They take pride in thoroughly explaining your options, providing free estimates and great service, and making sure your issues are resolved permanently. Contact Unplugged Drain Cleaning at 701-290-9737 or online at unpluggeddrains.com.
Again, trailing by 1, 3-2 on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard as we go to the top of the 7th. Remember, all these conference tournament games are 9-inning games here in Dickinson, with the exception if it's a 10-run rule. It's a 10-run rule in effect after 7 innings. Richie Cortese coming to the plate. He has followed out and has also flew out to left field. That pitch inside for ball 2. Braxton Greenberg working into his 7th inning. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. Greenberg has given up a total of 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 unearned. Has struck out 5 and has walked 3. Greenberg ready. Here's the pitch. Ball 3, 3-1 the count. It's Richie Cortese, then Nioto, and then to the top of the order, Calvillo. Again ready, 3-1 delivery. On the way, pounded to the second baseman. That takes a friendly hop, shoulder high. And gathering in is Marquez, and he fires over the send-in. And Cortese, Richie, retired on the 4-3 put out.
The center fielder, number 36.
Well, we got a pitch
Number
hitter.
12, Clay Proud.
So Proud's going to come in and pitch hit. I think they'll probably re-enter Nieto, but Prowl is going to pinch hit here. So Prowl will bat with 1 on and nobody out. Pitch misses for a ball, 1-0 the count. Clay out of Miles City, Montana, a sophomore for Dickinson State. Here comes the pitch. Prowl pounds that one out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1-1 the count. Top of the 7th inning. Mayville State 3, Dickinson State 2. Again ready on the mound, Greenberg. That pitch poked in the left field, and Prowl does what you want. Opposite way, comes in. Gets the base hit, pinch hitting, and that's the 4th hit for Dickinson State, tying run. Now down at first base. We'll have a courtesy runner, it looks like. Oh, yep, Nieto will come back in. So Prowl pinch hitting, gets his job done. Then Nieto, the normal man in that spot, the center fielder, re-enters. Going to have a visit to the mound right now. Let's see if that's going to be it for Greenberg. It is, so he's going to be done. So Greenberg will check out. He will go 6 1/3 innings. He'll give up 4 hits. Can't close the book on runs yet because the runner, his responsibility. Number 20 is going to come into the ball game. We'll get the change here in just a moment. But anyway, for Greenberg, 4 hits so far, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 unearned. He struck out 5 and walked 3 and did not hit a batter. Let's take a 1-minute timeout on Consolidated Live, KDIX Radio, and Consolidated Live here in Dickinson at the North Star Tournament. New pitcher coming in. We'll tell you about it when we come back after this 1-minute timeout.
Western Cooperative Credit Union is your local loan headquarters. Thinking about a new car or truck, ATV, boat, or RV? We'll make the process quick and easy. Call us today. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way. Western Cooperative Credit Union is dedicated to offering you the best financial services around. We're local, we're personal, and we're great at what we do for you. Join the herd. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel, and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most, with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitter Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
With you again, Connor Corey, the new pitcher for Mayville State. He'll fire over to first base and back in easily at first base. Nieto back in. Again, ready. Oh, he's going to go back over there again. Doesn't like the lead Alberto had. And ready on the mound. Comes to the plate, and that pitch is high for a ball to Calvillo. Calvillo again has grounded out, flown out, and doubled and scored a run in this ball game. 1 for 3. 1-run ball game, 3-2. One of these teams will advance to the winner's bracket. That one into the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. One of them will play in the loser out game tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Hughes at third, Villanueva at short, Marquez at second, Senden at first. New pitcher Connor Corey on the mound. Here comes the 1-1. Nope, he's going to go back over to first. I don't know what he sees in Nieto over there. He's very short lead, and he came in relief, and 3 times out of 4 pitches, or 4 attempted pitches, he has gone over there. Again, not a real big lead by Alberto over at first base. Here comes the pitch. It's high for a ball. 2-1 the count, so a 2-1 count. 1 on, 1 out. 1-run lead for Mayville State, 3-2 here in the top of the 7th inning. Again ready, throw over to first, and again, not a real big lead, and Senden fields the ball, gets it back over to the right-hander, Connor Corey. Kind of a guy with 2 first names. Connor Corey, the pitcher, the junior out of Manitoba. There's the throw again. He's going right back over. Again ready at the plate. Calvillo. Here comes the 2-1 delivery. There goes the runner. They're going to have just 1 play at first base. Be fielded by the third baseman. He'll fire over, and they'll get the runner. Calvera on the 5-3 putout, but moving with the pitch. That time was Nieto. Nieto gets down to second base, and again that tying run down at second base.
Lead for the Hawks. Number 21, C.J. Molina Jr.
Molina Jr. will bat here. Another left-hander. Molina Jr. batting. The tying run down at second. So Molina Jr. steps up to the plate. Out of Tucson, Arizona, Molina Jr. Again, Corey on the mound, fly ball. Could it be problems? Going back, Villanueva, nope. He makes a lot of nice plays. Made another one there as he waves off everybody and chases it down as it goes as an F6 on the outfield draft. So Dickinson threatens, but Mayville State stems the tide. Again, no runs on no hits. There were no Mayville State errors. Oh, 1 hit, excuse me. There were no Mayville State errors, and there was 1 man left on base. Go to the bottom of the 7th. It is Mayville State 3, Dickinson State 2. We'll be back in 1 minute on KDIX and Consolidated.
Are you ready for summer fun and adventure? Spend an exciting time at Badlands Ministries just south of Medora, where you'll grow in faith and have the time of your life. For over 90 years, Badlands Ministries has provided a safe place for people of all ages and denominations to experience Christ's love. Take a leap of faith and enjoy the many activities from ropes courses, fun Bible studies, crazy games, hiking, swimming, campfires, songs, skits, and more. Call or go to badlandsministries.org. See you at camp.
Bravera's more than a bank. We're a group of people in the business of helping communities forge on. At the counter, we offer convenience so the day can forge on. In the thick of the haul, we protect your peace of mind so the season can forge on. And around the table, we make room for everyone so life can forge on. We're more than a bank. We're your path ahead. Bravera. Forge your path.
Go back to work on the mound, working into his third inning. Cade Kazmarewski for Dickinson State. He's given up a couple of hits in the ball game. No runs thus far. Struck out one, walked one, and hit a batter. Came in relief of Colby Krenz, the Dickinson High product, who went 4 innings, gave up just 4 hits, 3 runs, struck out no one, walked one, and hit 2 batters. And it's turned into a little bit of a pitcher's duel here with Krenz and Kazmarewski for Dickinson State and Greenberg and Corey for Mayville State. Original starters both out now. That pitch ripped into center field on the line, hustling over the center fielder. Neota goes down to his knees but hangs on to it, so well hit by Lundmark, but Neota able to haul it in for the first out of the home half of the 7th inning for the Comets, F8. And LaRock will come to the plate, so that'll bring LaRock to the plate. He has been hit by a pitch, scored a run in the first. Then LaRock walked and was a part of an inning-ending double play in the 3rd, and then struck out in the 5th. Acosta, 2 for 3, a couple of singles in this ball game, and is grounded out. That's a foul ball off the foot there. Ouch again. Had a couple of those as of late. 0-1 the count. Acosta, the DH for Mayville State. Jared out of Manitoba also. A lot of Manitobans on the Mayville State roster for head coach and veteran head coach Scott Berry. Again, 0-1. Misses low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. 3-2 the score. Dickinson State down to Mayville State by 1 run. Strike 2. So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes, so 1-2. Pretty darn nice afternoon. A bit breezy at times. Right now out of that east at about 20 miles an hour. Bright sunshine. Fly ball right side out of play. Over towards the equipment shed. Old ice hockey buildings over there in the parking lot. And the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again ready into the windup. 1-2 delivery. Oof, just missed outside. Crowd didn't like that one, but again, the guy in blue is right down there taking a good look at it. And ball 2 the count, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again ready. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Left side, drifting over Clinton in left field towards the line, and in a bit, he's got it easily. So very nice inning for Cade Kazmarewski on the mound. A 1-2-3 inning. He's now retired 5 in a row. As it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base for Mayville State. 7 complete. We head to the top of the 8th on the CHI St. Alexius Cell scoreboard. It remains Mayville State 3, Dickinson State 2. We'll be back in 1 minute on Consolidated Live and KDIX.
Hi, I'm Robin Schwint, Marketing Manager at Consolidated, reminding you that when you come across a deal you think is pretty good, compare apples to apples. Sometimes when a deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is, and you might get stuck in something that just doesn't work for you. At Consolidated, we will find the best internet, phone, or cable TV package for you, all backed by the reliability and service from over 100 local employees. Plus, if you find a better deal out there, apples to apples, we will meet or beat that price. That's our guarantee. Consolidated, reach the world from here.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we're leaders in the egg industry. Our egg lenders grew up farming and ranching, and they understand egg operations.
With our agribusiness lending experience, we can help you with your financing.
We specialize in egg real estate, operating lines of credit, and cattle and machinery financing. To serve you, we need to hear you.
So stop by your local Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
For Dickinson State as we head to the top of the 8th. Leading it off. Bayless Buckmaster. Buckmaster has reached on that 4-base error and scored back in the first inning. Flew out and ended the inning on a fielder's choice force out. Takes that pitch outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Connor Corey working into his second inning. Worked 2/3 of an inning in the 7th in relief of Greenberg, the starter. Now working here in the top of the 8th. Swinging strike 2. Count goes to 1-2. Buckmaster out in front of that a little bit. And right back into the batter's box comes Buckmaster. There's the pitch outside for a ball, 2-2. Well, Blue Hawks down by 1 with 6 outs remaining here in the top of the 8th. Just need somebody to get on, get that tying run on, and see if they can make something happen. Comets trying to avert that. Here's the pitch. Pounded down towards Michael Dowell in the third base coaching box. And the count stays. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lead-off batter. It's the heart of the owner for Dickinson. 3, 4, and 5. Buckmaster, Cortese, and Wilharm. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Again, pulled foul down the line and over towards the locker room area. And the count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anchorage, Alaska, the hometown of Bayless Buckmaster. Bayless again steps in. Where's number 4 on that jersey? Dawson Cortese on deck. Here comes the pitch. What a pitch by Connor Corey. He's looking at a very tough out. And I mean, he just threw it by Buckmaster. And strikeout number 1 for Corey. Number 6 for Mayville State pitching. And that'll bring Dawson Cortese to the plate. Takes that pitch low and away for a ball. 1-0 the count, so 1-0 count. 3-2 lead for Mayville State. Pitch on the way. Swinging strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch on the way. Down the right field line, but drifting back. It's going to stay in the park and reaching up right at the fence and hauling it in is Ferrara. As that one got out there quickly by Cortese, got out to the right field area on the track and carried right to the fence, right around that big yellow tubing that goes around it. And reaching up and hauling it in was Ferrari that time for out number 2. So just about, but not quite for Dawson Cortese. And that'll bring Wilharm to the plate. He has doubled, walked, and walked. He's been on base all 3 times. That pitch in there for a strike. So right now, Connor Corey working through the heart of 3 very tough batters, and he's gotten the first 2. We'll see what he can do with Wilharm. Here comes the pitch to Wyatt. Pitch on the way. High fly ball. Deep center field, right at the track, under it, hauling it in. Boy, 2 balls hit extremely well, but the park holds them. As that time going out deep to center field is Wilharm, F8 to Jessamine. So the 1-2-3 inning for the right-hander in relief, Connor Corey. He's retired 5 in a row. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. Dickinson State trails Mayville State 3-2. Back in a minute.
much my car is worth. I just don't drive it anymore.
Dan Porter Motors will buy it.
I'm tired of my old car. I just want something different.
Dan Porter Motors will buy it.
What about boats and campers?
Dan Porter Motors will buy it. Now, for a limited time, Dan Porter Motors will give you the most for your car, boat, pickup, camper, motorcycle, jet ski, tractor. You get the picture. Just stop in, give them the keys, and they'll write you a check. It's that simple. See Dan Porter Motors, 58601.
Great sports club sponsors and great major sponsors of all our activities, and we truly appreciate them, and you hear them all during all of our broadcasts, whether it's baseball, softball, whether it's football or basketball or whatever we're at or whatever we're doing, and we truly appreciate them. New pitcher now for Dickinson State. Richter comes into the ball game. Trent Richter, right-handed pitcher out of Scottsbluff, Nebraska, wears number 7 on the jersey. Good job by Kazmersky. Retired 5 in a row to end his stint on the mound. Pitch in there for a strike from Richter, 0-1. Kazmersky again went 3 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, struck out 1, walked 1, and hit a batter. He relieved Corey Krenz, and this one high in the air. Center field, drifting back towards the warning track, towards the fence, and Nieto will reach up that one. That ball's starting to carry pretty darn good, and Jessamine goes out, F8. So Jessamine, who had a couple of hits in this ball game, and an RBI and a run scored, is out for the first out of the ball game. And Dickinson State pitchers now, Kazmersky, and now with Richter in there, have retired 6 in a row. Marquez comes to the plate. He was robbed by a nice play by Buckmaster at shortstop. Curveball just didn't break quite enough to get the strike zone. Count goes to 1-0. So 1-0 count. 1-0 count. Again, ready. Here comes the pitch. Curveball. Same spot. Didn't break enough to get the strike zone. 2-0. Right at the belt, but just a little bit inside. So the count. 2-0 to the number 6 hitter, Marquez. Here comes the pitch again. That one breaks enough to get to the strike zone. 2-1. So 2-1 count. Again, ready to go right back to work. Again, Marquez settles in. Here's the pitch. Hit towards the second baseman. Backhanded there. Nicely done. Over to first. And they retire. Nicely done by Kalamayan. Nice backhand scoop and then a good fire across the body. 4-3 on the put out. And that's 7 Mayville State batters in a row retired. So 2 up and 2 down. And Tyler Ferreira, who is flown out to second, had a sacrifice bunt, been hit by a pitch. He is 0 for 1 in the ballgame. So Ferreira will step up and hit from the right side. Ball 1. This is outside, 1-0. Ferreira again ready. That pitch way outside for ball 2. Ferreira out of Truckee, California, has the count in his favor at 2-0. Richter again in relief has retired the first 2 batters he's faced way outside, ball 3. So 3-0 the count. Richter working on that mound. Hard to do when you got that artificial mound out there. You have a little bit of pebbles and beads to kick around, not much dirt or dust. Here comes the 3-0 delivery in there for a strike, 3-1. Anthony Villanueva on deck. He's been a tough out for Dickinson State pitching. Number 8 hitter is 2 for 3 in the ball game. Valley City here. Dakota State here. Everybody getting ready. That pitch misses outside for ball 4. So the inning stays alive for Mayville State. That is walk number 1, number 3 by Dickinson pitching staff. Both pitching staffs have been very good with the walk situation. Dickinson State has hit a few batters more maybe than you'd like, but 3 walks over 8 innings is nothing terrible. And of course they've hit 3 batters also in this ball game. Krenz hit 2 and Kazmersky hit 1. Here's the pitch, curveball in there for a strike to Villanueva. 0-1 the count. He had a big hit back that double back in the 4th inning that gave Mayville State the 2-run lead at the time, and they've held on to that lead ever since. 3-1. It's 3-2 now. Throw over to first and back in easily. Pereira at first base. Infield behind him, Dawson Cortese at third. Brother Richie Cortese at first base. Buckmaster at shortstop. And again, Kalamayan at second. Here's the pitch. Curveball for a strike, 0-2. So Richter quickly works out in front of the number 8 hitter, Villanueva of Mayville State. Again, earlier today, Bellevue, Nebraska, over Presentation 18-7. The winner gets the nationally ranked, the number 1 seed at 4 tomorrow. The loser gets 0-45 Presentation in the loser out game tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., the number 8 seed. Right now, Mayville State with the 3-2 lead on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. 1-2 delivery coming. Here's the pitch from Richter. Misses outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner down at first via the base on ball, Pereira. Bottom of the 8th. 4 seed Mayville, 3. 5 seed Dickinson State, 2. We expected a close game. It's been just that. Here comes the pitch. Curveball struck him out. Richter, the breaking ball. Ferreira goes down, his first strikeout. To go with 1 walk and his inning of work. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Well, we have gone 8 innings. It's been close, it's been competitive, it's been well played on the CHI St. Alexius Health scoreboard. The Comets try to hold on, the Blue Hawks try to break through. It's a 3-2 lead for Mayville State as we head to the home half of the 9th, and the Blue Hawks at bat in 60 seconds.
Challenges and struggles are part of everyday life for all of us. At Infinity Real Estate Group, we don't back down and we take it all in stride.
Okay, don't move. I've done this before.
My turn.
In these struggles, there are no mistakes, only life lessons. We may not be that good at some things, but we do excel in real estate. We are Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
Scott Osterden will lead it off here for Dickinson State. Half pitch, misses for a ball. Again ready, here comes the pitch. Out of play over the backstop. Again ready, Osterden. Pitch on the way. Here it comes. A looper into shallow right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So Osterden brings the tying run to the plate with a single. And brings the tying run to the base pass and the lead run to the plate.
Left fielder, number 11,
Jacob
Jake
Clinton. Again ready. Throw over to first base, and Osterden's back in. For Cade, his first base hit of the ball game. Dickinson State, their 4th hit, their first off Corey. Bunt attempt to the backstop, foul ball. Count goes to 0-1. Clinton again has had a sacrifice bunt. Ended the inning on a fielder's choice force out, and it's flown out to left field. So the count, 0-1. And Dickinson State at 20-26. The Comets at 20-22 throw over. Mayville State 14-13 in conference play. and 12-15 for Dickinson State in conference play. The 4 and 5 seeds, Mayville number 4, Dickinson State number 5. Here's the pitch, up high for a ball. 1-1 the count, so 1-1 count. Mike Dowell, the head coach, Dickinson State, flashing those signs down at third base. Hawks trying to stay alive in this one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Bunt attempt, nicely done. They'll go to second, and they throw it up too high. I don't know why you wouldn't go to first and get the out with that good of a bunt. But Connor Corey decided, what the heck, I'm going to go to second, and what the heck, he made the wrong decision. So in at second is Ostenson. Down at first via the fielder's choice is Clinton, and now the tying run at second, the lead run at first. And Richie Cortese comes to the plate. He is followed out and has flown out also to left and grounded out to second. Well, the tying run now just out at second base. Here comes the pitch, low and away. Hawks now with 5 hits in the ball game. Mayville State with 6. This game has just been even. These two teams very evenly matched, as they were during the regular season series. Here comes the pitch. Fly ball. That's going to get to the gap. It's going to drop in. It's going to go all the way to the fence. We're tied up. We could have a different leader. Here comes up. They're going to hold the runner at third base. So Dickinson State has taken the lead on the double by Richie Cortese, and we're tied at 3-3. Clinton all the way to third. Richie Cortese into second, and the Blue Hawks into a tie, 3-3. As Connor Corey, being roughed up a little bit now, has given up a couple of hits, 1 run. It's an earned run.
For the Hawks, number 16, Alex Stevens.
And a new batter into the ball game. Alex Stevens will pinch hit. So Stevens will pinch hit in the spot of Nieto. Oh, we're going to have a visit to the mound. Dickinson State has rallied back here. Well, we're going to have a pitching change for Mayville State, so that's going to be it for Corey. Connor Corey will check out. He will go. Came in with 1 out in the 7th, so he will work 1 2/3 innings, give up 2 hits. So far, 1 run. The 2 runners on base are his responsibility. He struck out 1, did not walk a batter, did not hit a batter. And we've got a new pitcher coming in the game, and while they do that, we'll do this on KDIX. Take a 1-minute timeout on KDIX and Consolidated with the Blue Hawks tied 3-3 and threatening with runners at second and third as we play here in the top of the 9th inning. Back in 1 minute.
Favorite thing about my street?
My co-op.
It isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information.
About safety.
Efficiency.
Technology.
I am the co-op.
I am the co-op.
And the co-op
is me.
The Hub in North Dickinson is more than your ordinary convenience store. From Godfather's Pizza and the Hub Cafe to gourmet coffee, tea, and more. Stop by early for breakfast or grab something to go. We carry a variety of donuts that we make fresh every day. If your vehicle is dirty, we now have a state-of-the-art car wash at both locations. Stop in and see what we have to offer at the Hub located on North Highway 22 or the Hub West Dakota Oil on East Villard in Dickinson. We're changing the way people think about the convenience store industry.
Well, back with you. DeCaro comes in relief with the Hawks threatening to grab the lead here in the top of the 9th. 1 in to tie it at 3-3, second and third, nobody out. There's a bounder up the middle, and they have just taken the 1-run lead, and they have just taken the 2-run lead. And hustling down to second base under the tag, he's out. At second base is Calvillo, but he did his job. He drove in. Clinton from third. Cortese from second to give Dickinson State a 5-3 lead.
Back to the top of the order for the Blue Hawks. The catcher, number 10,
It wasn't Cabia. And that was a single and then a throw out at second base for Stevens, who was pinch hitting. So big hit for him, and he does his job, and then he's out on the 8-2 to 4 putout. So 1 out, but Dickinson State now with a 5-3 lead. But again, big job pinch hitting that time for Dickinson by Alex Stevens, who came in and got the job done. That pitch inside for a ball. Calvia now to the plate. So Dickinson State up now, 5-3. RBI for Stevens. Those two guys, Prell and Stevens, have come in that number 9 spot and pinch hit. That pitch in there for a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. And both have gotten the job done with hits. Stevens even bigger because he had the hit and 2 RBIs. Prell had a hit, didn't drive in any runs, but came up and pinch hit. There's the ball driven down the left field line and out of play, and Neota was 0 for 2. Well, back into the batter's box, Calvia comes. Calvia has doubled and scored a run, grounded out twice and flown out. 1 for 4, but Blue Hawks back up by a score of 5-3. So Dickinson State back into the lead. I said 2 teams very evenly matched, but the Blue Hawks break it open here in the 9th inning with a 3 spot. There's a bounder down the third baseline foul. Nobody on now with 1 out. But again, Stevens with that base hit tried to get to second as the throw came in from center field to the catcher. And a good job that time by LaRock to read it correctly and throw it down and get Stevens at the bag, trying to slide in safely. But the Blue Hawks lead it 5-3. There's the pitch. Another base hit. So the Blue Hawks have found their bats in the 9th inning. How about that? That is hit number 4 in the inning for Dickinson State. They had 3 prior to the 9th inning. So 7 hits now for Dickinson State, or they had 4. So they have 4 hits in this inning after having 4 hits through 8 innings. Dickinson State ready again off of first base. Calvillo. Again ready. There's the throw to first base. Back in safely at first base. Matt Krieger now hitting for Dickinson State out of Helena, Montana. So Krieger hitting in Kellemine's spot. I'm sure we'll see Kellemine come back in, but here's the pitch, low and away for a ball, 1-0. So the Blue Hawks just doing it with the bats here in the top of the 9th inning. Have gathered the lead back and now lead it 5-3 on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. That does end the story for Connors. That pitch outside for a ball 2. So Connor Corey ended up giving up a total of 3 hits. Gave up a total of 3 runs. All of them earned. Struck out 1. Walked no 1 and hit no 1. But he is a pitcher of record now for Mayville State. 5-3 lead now for the Blue Hawks. Here comes the pitch. This is outside for a 3-1 count. Again, the winner of this does not play until tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock Mountain Time against number 1 seed Bellevue. The loser comes back and plays presentation tomorrow morning. There's the curveball inside, but it misses. Base on ball, number 1 for DeCaro. Walk number 4 for Mayville State pitching.
Buckmaster.
Buckmaster to the plate. Bayless Buckmaster has had that 4-base error score on the misplay by the right fielder Ferrero, who misplayed it, bounced by him off his glove, dropped the fly ball, rolled all the way to the fence, and Buckmaster scooted all the way around in the first inning. Then he has also flown out end of the inning on a fielder's choice force out and struck out. So he is 0 for 4. Pitch in there for a strike. He said to one of the leading hitters, average-wise, power-wise for the Blue Hawks, but he's been pretty quiet today from that number 3 spot for Dickinson State. Runners in first and second. The Hawks looking for any kind of insurance runs that they can get. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Out of play on the right side. 0-2 the count, so an 0-2 count. And don't forget about 5:30. We'll have softball action for you. Dickinson State women against Waldorf from Rivera Field. Again, ready on the mound. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. Outside corner, but it misses. A little bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. Or 2 on, excuse me. Down at second, Cavilla. Actually got a courtesy runner in for him. Also Krieger down at first base. Here's the pitch. Out of play. That one just over the top of everything. Courtesy runner, Dickinson Trinity product, and football player, Nathaniel Gillick, the courtesy runner. Hawks trying to add to their lead. Again, the home crowd, a very nice one here at the ballpark, enjoying the 9th inning here. Performance by Dickinson State. That pitch misses outside. 2-2 the count. So 2-2 count. Again, working on the mound. Decora. The right-hander comes to the stretch. Here's the pitch. High fly ball, center field. Right in front of the warning track. Jessamine hauls it in for out number 2. So F8 on the flyout. Dawson Cortese will come to the plate.
The third baseman, number 20, Dawson Cortese.
So Cortese will come to the plate. Dawson in the ball game. Struck out twice, grounded out, and has flown out 0 for 4. Again ready. On the mound, DeCaro comes to the pitch, corner. 8th batter of the inning for Dickinson State, who's put up 3 runs in this inning on 4 hits. Had just 4 hits through the first 8 innings, and all of a sudden explode here in the 9th inning for 4 hits and take the lead in this ball game. Here comes the pitch. High, fly, ball. Goodbye, Dawson Cortese. Well, he puts an exclamation point maybe on this ball game. Your cleanup hitter, your leading hitter, 0 for 4 into that bat in the 9th, sends that one about as far out of the ballpark over the left center field fence. And high, there was a no-doubter once it left the bat. Wow. He got all of that. Coming in to score, Cavilla, also Stevens, or Gillick actually coming in to score. Coming in to score also, Krenze coming in to score, and of course Cortese coming in to score on the home run by Cortese. Wow. That makes it 8-3 Dickinson State. Still 2 outs. 5th hit of the inning, 5 runs in the inning. That's what you call an explosion when you need it, and that's what the Hawks have done. 8-3 lead. Again, ready on the mound. DeCaro hits the strike zone, 9th batter of the inning. Wilhelm Wyatt today has walked twice, doubled, and flown out. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Half pitch, right side. Second baseman drifts out. Now he's going to give way to the right fielder, Ferreira, for out number 3, F9. But what an inning for Dickinson State as they come up with 5 runs on 5 hits, including a 3-run blast by Dawson Cortese. No errors for Mayville State, and no one left on base. We have played through 8.5. Now it's last call for the Comets of Mayville State. Dickinson State leads it on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard, 8-3. We'll come back with the bottom of the ninth in 1 minute.
Clogged or slow-moving drains are no match for Josh and his licensed techs at Unplugged Drain Cleaning of Dickinson. They provide 24-hour service to solve all your sewer problems, using only the best equipment along with the latest drain camera technology to resolve issues while maintaining the integrity of your pipes. They take pride in thoroughly explaining your options, providing free estimates and great service, and making sure your issues are resolved permanently. Contact Unplugged Drain Cleaning at 701-290-9737 or online at unpluggeddrains.com.
Western Cooperative Credit Union is your local loan headquarters. Thinking about a new car or truck, ATV, boat, or RV? We'll make the process quick and easy. Call us today. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way. Western Cooperative Credit Union is dedicated to offering you the best financial services around. We're local, we're personal, and we're great at what we do for you. Join the herd. Western Cooperative Credit Union. 85 years the Western way.
Well, we come back, hitting for Mayville State. A pinch hitter, it looks like, for the Comets. That pitch misses for a ball, number 42 into the ball game. Tanner Boyle will hit in Sedlin's spot, so Boyle batting here. Pitch in there for a strike, 1-1 the count. A new pitcher, it looks like, for Dickinson State also. A pitch misses high and away for a ball 2-1 the count. I think number 19, Gabe Lundbeck, into the ball game, so Lundbeck will come in. So Gabe Lundbeck in for Dickinson State. So Lundbeck working here, fourth pitcher for Dickinson State. So a leadoff walk. Lundbeck comes in and walks Boyle with the base on ball. And stepping up will be the leadoff hitter.
Third baseman, number 3, Marcus Hughes.
Marcus Hughes today 0 for 3. Flown out twice to left, also to first base, and been hit by a pitch. Pitch on the way. Now he's hit by a pitch again. And you bring in Lundmark, who's probably your best relief pitcher, and he walks a batter and then hits a batter. Baseball is a strange game. Boyle down to second. Hughes down to first. 8-3 now. Dickinson State in the lead here in the bottom of the ninth. 6 runs in that
left fielder, number
top.
7,
Make that should be
Lundmark.
5 runs in the top of that, or 6 runs, Jeff. I said 5, actually 6 runs in that inning on a total of 5 base hits, including a 3-run homer, making an 8-3 lead. That pitch inside for a ball. Lundmark facing the right-hander, Lundbeck. Here comes the pitch. Outside for ball 2. So 2-0 the count. Gabe Lundbeck out of Park City, Utah. Runners in first and second now. He's got a 5-run lead to work with. Here's the pitch. Ball 3. So the count goes to 3-0. Here comes the delivery. Ball 4. Bases loaded. So you're one batter away from putting the tying run at the plate. So your ace reliever comes in, walks 2, hits a batter, loads the bases with an 8-3 lead. Again. I got the conversation broken up now.
The catcher, number 10, Alan LaRock.
LaRock will come to the plate. LaRock in the ball game has walked, been hit by a pitch. Here's the pitch. That pitch misses again, 2-0. And ready, ball 3. Boy, he has not been even close to the strike zone. 3-0 the count. A walk here, a run in, and the tying run will come to the plate. Here's the pitch in there for a strike to LaRock. Boyle went in. He walked. Hughes got hit by a pitch. He's down at second. Lundmark walked. And there he walks him. Base on ball. 8-4 the score. Over at third, Hughes. Down the second, Lundmark. Over to first goes LaRock. And McCorster comes to the plate. McCorster, a couple of hits in this ball game. 2 for 4. Oh, we got a timeout now. Umpire behind home plate said, let's slow it down. They wanted a timeout. McCorster a single in the first, a ground out in the third, singled in the fifth, and then flew out in the seventh. So 8-4, Mayville State trying to rally here. That pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. The Blue Hawks 1 in the first, 1 in the fifth, and a total of 6 in the ninth. Mayville 1 in the first, 2 in the fourth, and 1 here in the ninth. That pitch just about hit him. 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 the count. Again, ready to go to work. There's the pitch. Ball 3. Boy, he just cannot find the strike zone. So again, Lundmark ready on the mound. Fly ball left side. That will drift out of play. Lund back again. Just come in and just struggled, the closer for Dickinson State, to get anything over the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Walks another one. Well, you see a little bit of everything, and I don't think I've seen that many walks in a row with a 5-run lead going into the bottom of the ninth after being down by 1 run and scoring 6 in the top of the ninth. But he has walked in Boyle. He has walked in Hughes. Down to third goes Lundmark. LaRock at second. McAllister gets an RBI at first. And there's still nobody out. And now the winning run is at the plate. Stepping into the batter's box, Cole Jasamine, who is 2 for 4 with a double, a single, a run scored, and a run driven in. And Lundmark has just lost it. He just cannot find the strike zone. That wasn't even close. They got 2 guys warming up in a hurry in the bullpen for Dickinson State. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Crazy game sometimes. Again, the winner plays Bellevue at 4 tomorrow. That's in there for a strike. The loser, 9 a.m. against Winless Presentation. Bellevue nationally ranked, I believe 42-8 is their record. Here comes the pitch. Line drive, base hit. 1 run will score. They'll hold the runner at third with nobody out. And it's an 8. What a comeback by the Blue Hawks. And now the Comets are matching it, 8-6. Bases still loaded. And that's going to be it. Lundmark finally didn't walk anybody, but he gave up that hit to Jasamine, his 3rd hit, drives in a run, and it's an 8-6 ball game with nobody out, and the bases still loaded for Mayville State. We'll come back with the pitching change for Dickinson State. We'll do it for you in 1 minute on KDIX and Consolidated Live.
West Dakota Oil and Fitterer Oil Company proudly offers products and services that help fuel our customers' lives with clean burning propane and bulk fuel. and convenient on-site delivery with premium farm and road fuels. We provide energy where and when you need it most, with locations throughout Southwest North Dakota. West Dakota Oil and Fitter Oil Company. Locally owned, locally strong. The products you need with the service you deserve.
Are you ready for summer fun and adventure? Spend an exciting time at Badlands Ministries just south of Medora, where you'll grow in faith and have the time of your life. For over 90 years, Badlands Ministries has provided a safe place for people of all ages and denominations to experience Christ's love. Take a leap of faith and enjoy the many activities from ropes courses, fun Bible studies, crazy games, hiking, swimming, campfires, songs, skits, and more. Call or go to badlandsministries.org. See you at camp.
Simply just could not find the strike zone. He walked a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 batters. Gave up 1 hit in the ball game in his inning. Now, no inning of work because he did not get a walk, but he walked a total of 4, hit a batter, and has given up a total of 3 runs thus far, and all the runs on base are his responsibility.
Second baseman, number 5, Ricky Marquez.
Marquez will come to the plate. I think number 15 may be into the ball game. John Karanka for Dickinson State. He is the 5th pitcher for the Blue Hawks in this ball game. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. Should be deep enough to score the run from third base. It is. The throw will come back in, and coming in to score from third base to make it an 8-7 ball game is the courtesy runner for LaRock. And that is Majors comes in to score. 4th run of the inning. 8-7 now. First out, Marquez goes out. F8, but it's an RBI sac fly. Ferreira to the plate. Ferreira has walked, been hit by a pitch, had a sac butt and a fly out. So he is 0 for 1. Hits from the right side. 8th batter of the inning. 8-7 now. Dickinson State with the lead. They led 8-3 going to the bottom of the 9th. Little fly ball on the infield. Well, coming in and doing the job. There's the pop out. So Karanka has done his job. He's gotten 2 quick outs. 9th batter of the inning. Well, the tying run out at second base. Coming to the plate for Mayville State. Tough out for the Comets today. This guy for the Blue Hawks.
Anthony Villanueva.
Villanueva is 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Has had a double and a single, and he has had a great game at shortstop. Again, trying to finish it off here is Karanka. There's the throw back to second. Runners on first and second. Jasmine at first. McCorsta, the guy that is the tying run, is at second. What a strange 9th inning. We've seen 10 runs scored in this 9th inning. I haven't timed it, but it's been a really long inning. Curveball right down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Karanka, submarine-type pitcher. He comes, brings it under and over, and he is firing strikes right now. Villanueva ready again. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. This is outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike, so 1-1 the count. Valley City State and Dakota State up next. This game about 2.5 hours old despite the length of this 9th inning. It's been a pretty quickly paced ball game. Here's the pitch. Misses again outside for ball 2, so 2-1 the count to Villanueva. An 8-7 lead for Dickinson State. They trailed 3-2 going into the top of the 9th, put together 6 runs on 5 hits to take the lead of 8-3. Mayville State has taken advantage of 1, 2, 3, 4 walks, a hit batter, and a single, and they have scored 4 runs to get back to within 8-7. Now have the last 2 batters go out by fly ball, and it's again down to their final out with the tying run at second base. There's the pitch. High fly ball. Coming in, the right fielder under it, hauling it in. There's your ball game. The Blue Hawks will hold on. Well, if you're a Blue Hawk fan, it was a nail biter, but the right fielder, Austinson, puts an end to the nail biting and hauls it in. F9, but Mayville State, check out this line. 4 runs on 1 hit. There were no Dickinson errors. and there was 2 men left on base. Your final line score on the CHI St. Alexios South scoreboard: Dickinson State 8 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Mayville State 7 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher in the ball game for Dickinson State was Richter. He'll get the win. In relief, the losing pitcher for Mayville State was Connor Corey. Corey will take the loss. The game took 2 hours. Our length of game, 2 hours and 35 minutes to play. And the Blue Hawks go to 21-26 on the season. Mayville State goes to 20-23. The number 4 seed goes down. The number 5 seed wins. So that means the Blue Hawks will be in action tomorrow. That will be at 4 p.m. against number 1 seed and nationally ranked Bellevue. And again, Mayville will come back in the morning and play at 9 a.m. against Presentation in a loser out-round game. But again, your final line score: 8-9-0 for Dickinson, 7-7-1 for Mayville State. We'll take a 3-minute timeout on KDIX Consolidated and be back with our post-game show for you in 3 minutes.
Brevera's more than a bank. We're a group of people in the business of helping communities forge on. At the counter, we offer convenience so the day can forge on. In the thick of the hall, we protect your peace of mind so the season can forge on. And around the table, we make room for everyone so life can forge on. We're more than a bank. We're your path ahead. Brevera. Forge your path.
Hi, I'm Robin Schwint, Marketing Manager at Consolidated, reminding you that when you come across a deal you think is pretty good, compare apples to apples. Sometimes when a deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is, and you might get stuck in something that just doesn't work for you. At Consolidated, we will find the best internet, phone, or cable TV package for you, all backed by the reliability and service from over 100 local employees. Plus, if you find a better deal out there, apples to apples, we will meet or beat that price. That's our guarantee. Consolidated, reach the world from here.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, we're leaders in the egg industry. Our egg lenders grew up farming and ranching, and they understand egg operations.
With our agribusiness lending experience, we can help you with your financing.
We specialize in egg real estate, operating lines of credit, and cattle and machinery financing. To serve you, we need to hear you.
So stop by your local Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
At Dakota Community Bank and Trust, that's what we do.
My car is worth. I just don't drive it anymore.
Dan Porter Motors will buy it.
I'm tired of my old car. I just want something different.
Dan Porter Motors will buy it.
What about boats and campers?
Dan Porter Motors will buy it. Now, for a limited time, Dan Porter Motors will give you the most for your car, boat, pickup, camper, motorcycle, jet ski, tractor. You get the picture. Just stop in, give them the keys, and they'll write you a check. It's that simple. See Dan Porter Motors, 58601.
Big Boy Toys.
In in the top of the ninth inning, scores 6 runs on 5 hits, including a Dawson Cortese 3-run blast that, well, proved to be really the game winner. Made it 8-3 after they were down 3-2. Then Mayville State comes in, faces the Blue Hawks eighth reliever, Mr. Lundbeck, and he couldn't find the strike zone. He proceeded in the ball game to walk 4 batters, hit 1 batter, and then give up a hit before Dickinson State closed the door with a sacrifice fly that made it 8-7. As coming into the ball game and doing a nice job in relief was Haranka, and he'll get the save. But he got the final 3 outs, sacrifice fly to center, a pop to short, and the fly out to right, and held off the hard-charging Comets, who took advantage of 4 walks, a hit batter, and a single, and nearly came from behind after giving up the lead in the top of the ninth. Strange inning. So we had a total of 10 runs scored in the ninth inning between the two teams, 6 by Dickinson State and 4 by Mayville State. Again, 8-9-0 for Dickinson State, 7-7-1 for Mayville State. The Blue Hawks advance to the winners bracket against a very tough and nationally ranked Bellevue University out of Omaha, Nebraska. Dwayne Munlocks, the old Blue Hawk, who coached here, All-American football player, great baseball player, great all-around athlete, even played basketball. Now the head coach at Bellevue University. He's been there for many, many years now, and a lot of success, much like Scott Berry, a Hall of Famer at Mayville State, who has, again, had just an NAIA, he's a National Hall of Famer, head coach, and just has had a brilliant career at Mayville State. They still are alive, though. His season not over. They'll come back and play presentation tomorrow. But 8-9-0 Dickinson State, 7-7-1 Mayville State. The Hawks go to 21-6. Mayville State goes to 20-23 on the season. Again, Richter, the winner in relief. Corey, the loser in relief. 2 hours and 35 minutes for the Hawks. Again, individually, Cortese had the home run, a 3-run blast for 3 RBIs. Solo hits for Kavia. Also, Kalamayan had a hit and an RBI for Dickinson State. Also for the Blue Hawks, Wilhelm had a hit for the Blue Hawks. Osmondson had a hit. Clinton had a hit in the ball game. And Richie Cortese also had a hit and drove in a couple of runs also for Dickinson State. And a couple of guys, Prell, came off the bench and had a pinch hit, and Stevens came in and had 2 RBIs and a pinch hit from the number 9 spot for Dickinson State. So that's the way the numbers look. Let's take a break right now, and then we'll come back with our ND Pharmacy Player of the Game for Dickinson State, and we'll do that for you right after this 30-second timeout.
Challenges and struggles are part of everyday life for all of us. At Infinity Real Estate Group, we don't back down, and we take it all in stride.
Hey, don't move. I've done this before.
My turn.
In these struggles, there are no mistakes, only life lessons. We may not be that good at some things, but we do excel in real estate. We are Infinity Real Estate Group. Experience the Infinity way.
Jasmine had 3 hits and 2 RBIs. And Anthony Villanueva, 2 hits and 2 RBIs, and 2 hits also and an RBI from Acosta for Dickinson State. Really tough to pick out the player of the game. You know, you look at the lineup and everybody had solo hits, and Cortese had the big, Dawson had the big 3-run home run. But I'm going to go with the guy that came in and, again, did a good job on the mound to close things out. I mean, it was like finger in the dike every place for Dickinson State. I mean, it was leaking. It was running over the spillway. Mayville State had closed from 8-3 to 8-7, and coming in and getting the job done on the mound for Dickinson State and closing the door was John Caraco. I'm going to go with him as our player of the game. Caraco, a senior right-hand pitcher out of Burlington, North Dakota, closed the door finally on the Comets, getting the final 3 outs, and Dickinson State holds on for the win. So that means the Blue Hawks will play tomorrow at 4 p.m. against Bellevue. And again, Dickinson State wins it 8-7 on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. Mayville at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning plays presentation. That wraps up our baseball coverage from Astoria Field. We'll get moving up towards the north end of town to Rivera Field and take a look at softball action at 5:30 when number 3 seed Dickinson State takes on number 6 seed Waldorf, Iowa, and we will do that at about 5:30 or so. We'll keep you updated on that. But for Mike Renner, for Tristan Sturr back at the studio, I'm Rod Kleinen, Trace Wells, Ron Rhodes, and the consolidated crew here doing a great job again as always. Took us 2 hours and 35 minutes. Not bad for a 9-inning game to conclude it today. And Dickinson State looked like they were dead in the water, trailing 3-2 going into the top of the ninth, but scored 6 runs in the top of the ninth. Mayville looked dead in the water in the bottom of the ninth, and they came back and they scored a total of 4 runs, but could get no closer than 8-7. That's your final score. Dickinson State wins it on the CHI St. Alexius South scoreboard. For JD, he'll be with us tonight. For Tristan and for Mike Renner and for Ron and Trace and all our great sponsors, I'm Rod Klein. Until 5:30, have a good afternoon, everyone, from Astoria Field.